I just saw one, the lane, where it's down here in another. Okay, well, fail, give me just a second. Watch all my email here. Oh, is that it right there? Son of a gun.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. So this just was put together, this is following our it's like May 4th or something, May 12th. Final PD day of the year, which was morning PLCs with each of the content groups, and then the second half was Marcola hosted us for some fun games as well by PLC groups that were entertaining to say the least. So there's
This didn't begin
couple
as a
moments
PD
here I'll
redesign.
explain.
It began with leaders. In 2024, Lane Education Service District brought together administrators from rural Lane County in a shared learning cohort.
Side note, there were trophies for best bus decoration, and I was not gonna lose to Triangle Lake, so that's their bus.
Focused on student-centered leadership,
And we
funded by
saw
our
it in the
Western
morning.
Regional Educator Network.
So we had it.
This experience of administrators building trust, developing a shared language, and learning alongside.
And we did end up winning, because we had the theme of first class, like it wasn't just the bus decoration, but we had, barf bags and snacks and all the things for.
Oh,
right,
it's like
so-
first class on a plane.
Yeah,
I
so
love
it was Mapleton Airways, so, okay, now listen.
Neighboring districts, it organically generated this question: what if our teachers could do this too? By spring 2025, all 5 districts had aligned their calendars to share 5 common PD days. By August of 2025, they launched together. The Rural PD Collaborative is a direct result of leaders who are willing to learn together first and then create those same conditions for all their staff.
I cannot tell you how awesome my career has been this year with the love and support of all the people in this space and my colleague superintendent.
So it's actually Senator Lou Frederick from the Portland region, who's a former science teacher and came and joined the science PLC, and at the end was like, I wish I had this as a teacher, and how do we spread this more? So I was kind of cool to make a video.
That are crazy enough to do this and try to pull this off this year.
I think as schools where there's only one teacher per grade level, it's been really helpful to come and just kind of bare your soul and say, this is where I'm at, where are you guys at? Because when you're teaching kindergarten in isolation, you kind of have a gauge for how well you're doing, but you don't really know, are other kindergarten teachers doing it this way? How well can their kids write? How well can their kids read? So being able to just be really honest and open and receive feedback from your peers, it's been so helpful to know that you're going and you're going to go get that finally, whereas other bigger schools get that all the time, we don't get that here.
Of all the PD I have ever done, and I am in my 2nd decade of teaching, this has been my favorite. Connecting with real people in real time who are doing the exact same job I'm doing in a similar environment I have had more genuine takeaways than anything else that I've done.
It was camp themed, and so that's John Stapleton from Pivot Architecture, and his team were the referees for all the activities in the afternoon, so summer
So
camp.
just thinking about doing this, I think one of the really big benefits is having the ability to know that the need doesn't just exist in your building, like the need is everywhere. And also like walking away with it from this with so many resources, and especially in regards to like PE and health is like equipment and, you know, having folks being able to come out to our schools and just the ability to be able to provide our students with that much more, knowing that, you know, Triangle Lake has this, and Marcola has that, and Mapleton has this, and we really been able to build a collaborative in the sense that like we can look out for each other and make sure that our students are getting the same education across the board.
And the great thing about this PD that we've done this year is that you know now that you're not alone. And so you want to be part of this because then you don't have to do it on your own. You can lean on other people, you can have that support. And so make sure you actually do come to this professional development. It's not just one that could be an email. You want to be here and interact with everybody.
This has never been done.
So our goal with that was to obviously keep the learning in PLC going, but celebrate teachers at the end too. And then, sorry if this is the second time you've seen this, hopefully you've been seeing it on social media and or emails. Sorry. I just got a response this morning from something I shared. So this is our, I'm gonna just come to that. Okay, so, this is the shop and donate page on the Mapleton, district website. And then this video and some information about capital campaign, and then this will take, folks to a donation spot. And we'll keep sharing this in various ways.
So this is our, affectionately known as our middle school building. There has not been middle school classes in here for, I believe, a decade. This is my 4th year here. When I got here, I realized there's huge potential in this building to be a physical hub of the community, to have a gathering space that supports entrepreneurial and recreational opportunities is what we're hoping for. Right now, we're working to raise some money from community to serve as matching funds for a number of grants that we're pursuing for the next stage of capital improvements.
I've always loved designing things and creating things, especially for other people to use. And I like the idea of selling it to other people, making profit, and also maybe making it more affordable for smaller communities who might need it. I am a part of the business PBL. We had just gotten a grant for a DTF printer, which we're using to create designs for school merch. Our business PBL right now is designing stickers, which will have a little spot for your name, so that you can be recognized whenever you donate to our cause. I've been wanting a maker space for a long time. I know we have a lot of creative students here, but they always don't have the room or space to create on the scale they want to.
We have our garden that's expanding, and we're part of Farm to School.
Sometimes, if we need ingredients like tomatoes, beans, we'll go down to gardening, ask them if they have it.
There's a room in there that we're limited on office space in our campuses, and I was like, okay, that will be an office. And the architect worked with our culinary and gardening students on the design, and the students were like, that's not an office, that's the door from the garden. And so when the produce comes in, that needs to be the produce washing station. And while I lost an office space, I was so excited that the kids are seeing that vision.
Having that next to us would be basically another pantry that we can just go in and have stuff to pull from. We grow a lot of our vegetables in gardening. It would help to have a sanitization center closer to us.
And then we have our culinary program, which currently operates using a residential oven in the back of a classroom. Our aim is to provide a commercial level kitchen.
I got into culinary because my mom, she loves cooking. I can't cook, so I wanted to learn how to cook. Part of the reason why I'm so excited for this new kitchen is because we can start doing more restaurant style cooking.
We're actually turning this room right here into our community health room. Our goal is to have providers like a dentist or a social worker be able to come in and meet with people. And then we have 3 trained community health workers on our campus now, and this provides a more confidential space for them to meet with students and families. Right now, the reality is each of us give up an office anytime a confidential meeting needs to happen.
The purpose of the teen room is to provide a safe space or a hangout space for the older kids. A lot of our hangout time is usually focused towards work or sports or other commitments, and the teen room is mostly just a space to hang out. We have comfy chairs, bean bags, We got a couch. We got a TV in there now. There's a pool table. We have a foosball table. We have an after-school club, and we're probably gonna go in there sometimes.
Our commitment at Mapleton is creating experiences for students to lead side by side with adults towards community vitality. And right now our focus is on this building. We're excited both to have your investment in improving the building and for you to be part of the action that will take place inside of this building now and into the future.
We really want a space to do our culinary education without interruption. I'm just really excited to expand the programs here at Mapleton High School.
I think if this vision comes to life, which I really want it to, I think it could be a great way for students to express themselves creatively while still learning, and I think it'd be a great way for everyone, including me, to keep doing that. Coming from a small school and a small community, we don't always have the resources to have all these things or the opportunity to pursue our passions, and being able to have the middle school turn into resources and spaces for our students to have various different passions will really further their skills in whatever they're wanting to do.
Wanted to share both of those, and then, as of, actually right now, as of this morning, we have already, had 22 donations for $855. And now it's the same. We got another 100, so we're almost at $1,000 since launching that a couple nights ago, and the social media is competing with lots of graduation and senior spotlights and that kind of stuff, so with really minimal interaction on the actual Facebook post, we're already getting some stuff, so.
Right.
One other, just if you haven't, I think I show it in here, go ahead, yeah.
Well, and it's also it's more, I mean, the dollar value is great too, to have that, but it's more for the grantors, it's about the number of people who engage to donate a little bit,
Yeah.
even,
Yeah.
right,
Yeah, when they met with us, they told us, and we already have all the grants locally, so you show that support, but then the individuals that add up in this. And the way we're gonna showcase those, I can actually show you if you haven't been over there. Jared has since put, cameras in the middle school hallways, I just have to find which one it is. I think it's this one.
No, it's the hallway back.
It's one of these, there we go. So when you walk in from the side stairs there, Watershed's down here, this is a 3D tree, so you can see through here, and it still has some work to go, but it's in a pretty good spot. But those leaves with every purchase with the names on them are gonna fill this tree up to show investments, so that's where those are going. And then we actually are working on funding for a mural bid to monochromatic this whole wall with some things important to Mapleton environment and community, so a couple cool ideas, so cool. It's coming.
Awesome.
So, it's fun when it feels tangible, so obviously we graduated 11 kiddos, and awesome graduation, it was fun, and we're getting through the last week, I think, so ask me that on Thursday, so but yeah, I'll stop there, but lots of fun, exciting stuff happening.
Jaren.
We're at $985, 24 cents.
Nice, that's awesome.
Yeah, so the website doesn't update as fast as. Finance wise, we we did certified negotiations. Is there anything else here? We ordered the pods for the middle school, the counseling room. They are en route. And, let's see, anything, Joseph Mueller Construction on the bills, that was for the demo work and framing on the kitchen. And our bond payment, various other payments. For tech, I am going to have a tech intern in July. And so have Sayusla, I think they said he's a graduate. But through Connected Lane, and so have him help me I don't know, have them help me out with some tech projects
That's cool.
in July, so, yeah.
So you're gonna save all the fun stuff.
Yeah, yeah. Working on the middle school a little bit, we got the HVAC in for the watershed.
Thank you so
Is it-
much.
Is it noticeable?
I have not been in the office, so.
I felt the air, and I was like, that feels normal.
Yeah.
Right, which it hasn't felt normal in a long time.
Working on wrap up for the school year and requesting grants and stuff. Working on a new time clock system, electronic time clock, instead of doing paper time cards. Thinking about rolling that. I just signed up for it today. I looked at it last week just a little bit. I haven't bothered with one in the past because they're fairly expensive, cheap, and so $3,000 is more than I care to pay when the paper time cards are adequate. Doesn't take me too long. I don't know how long it takes the secretaries to look at them, but running payroll, it's not too bad. But it's, kind of irritating waiting until 2 days before I'm supposed to process payroll and finally getting timesheets then, because secretaries are waiting on people to submit stuff. I rolled out some electronic leave slips a couple months ago. Once again, because it's irritating, because the only place on there for their name is their signature, and that's...
Jamie and I all the time.
Yeah.
Who is this?
So, some electronic ones. And this is kind of the next step. We've had some time clock issues lately with some employees, and so that kind of made me think about this some more. In this system that I'm looking at, it's only depending on which tier level of it I want to use. For the mid-tier, it'd be, well, let's see, $60. $60 a month. I don't know if I'll use that one or if I'll use the lower tier. But so $720 for the year or so. So not too bad. And I know when we were over in Idaho, the district I was in, we moved to one after my first year there, and really it was to make sure we're paying people, you know, if you're working more than you are putting down, then we wanna make sure that we're paying you properly. And if you're not, then, I don't know, we'd like to know that too, but we wanna make sure that we're at least paying people what they, you know, so. But so, looking at that and, contemplating, Kay asked about getting another shipping container to put under the preschool wing for more storage. The one is holding all the middle school kitchen stuff currently, and cheaper to throw something like that under there instead of walling the whole thing off, making a new room. The other one I think was 3,000 or so is all, so. Contemplating going over to Salem, they have some little 8-foot shipping containers at the surplus, state surplus, and so contemplating going and picking one of them up to start with that we could use for outdoor school stuff and whatnot, put some, get a little more storage areas, so. I don't know, it's various stuff.
Alright. The consent agenda, did everyone go over it all? Anything Darren hasn't explained to us? Yes.
And Abby's on the call, I assume she can hear us, so.
Can you, Abby? Can we hear you?
Yeah, she posted, said I'm here.
Okay. I assume if she wants to get our attention and get a word in edgewise, we'll be able to hear her.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, yeah, if she wants to post or,
Yeah.
use the chat and I can.
Okay. Okay. Perfect.
Anyone on the consent agenda?
Do you want a motion? I move we approve consent agenda, items 6.1, 2, and 3.
Second.
All those in favor? Anything there?
Good.
Okay.
That was it. Yeah.
Okay. Action items, does it matter which order we do the first two in?
No.
Like, do we need to say certified?
No.
Okay. Okay. Then, I guess first one would be adopting the budget for next year. Anyone have any questions or?
I get your question about order.
Yeah,
It might make sense to go in the other order, but
Yeah, but if
Yeah.
he's fine with it, then it's fine.
Yeah.
Anyone have any comments or questions on it?
No, I mean, there's been no changes or no further discussion since
You were here
the
last
budget meeting, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I did listen to it, it was great, so I don't have any questions.
Okay.
I had a meeting with ODE on the instructional minutes thing. I mentioned that in the budget, didn't I, talking about that. And it was funny because there was only 22 people on the call. And I was like, okay, where's all the business managers? And then most of the way through the call, I realized it was for school board people actually.
Oh.
And I'd gotten it because I'm, on
Yeah.
OSBA's thing for being,
Right.
dealing with the school board. And so I was like, oh. But, so, asked a couple questions on that and stuff, and so it's coming, yeah.
Anything that, since you did attend on our behalf, thank you.
Anything pertinent?
We'll have to figure out the 60 hours for professional development
Right,
teacher
right now it's
conference.
to add 60 hours, if you're, any of those that you're counting as a district, those are going away. But there's some surveys out right now asking about how much people are counting, and my guess is there's some pushback coming because
Yeah, they didn't
In
give
terms
a
of
number
department
or,
that, yeah,
Yeah.
can you reduce that number but not get rid of it, those
Mhm.
or do it on a graduated scale over years or something like that, so.
Yeah.
We'll see where it goes, it's for the
27,
28
28,
school
yeah.
year,
I
so.
figure they're gonna just say, you got a year, figure it out.
Yeah.
unless there's,
Well,
unless there's enough
P-
uproar.
PE
Yeah.
minutes took 12 years, so we'll see.
Yeah.
So, sorry,
That's
I got, it's the last week of school, I'm sarcastic today, so, but we'll see where it goes, but
And,
they're
yeah.
not funding it, it's a tough change.
And if we have a snow day, you
Have
have
to
to
make
make
it
up that time, you can't.
You can't count, you can't factor it into
No,
your
because,
calendar like we always have.
because we have always factored the same amount, so now you'd have to factor an extra day.
Mm.
So any factored snow days are not being counted as snow days, they're being counted as
Okay.
instructional days.
Mhm.
So, and Jaren did ask the
Well,
minutes,
so they suggested, maybe building in, well, the one person was like, well, cause what he was saying, you might figure extra time into your calendar for that. And they're like, well, if we're adding extra time into our calendar, then we have to
Next year,
maintain that
that's-
time,
yeah,
And they're
mhm,
like,
we're not doing that.
well, just put it on your calendar as, like, so, for instance, have a block, June 14th and 15th
Yeah.
as, maybe we'll have school these days.
Yeah.
And I asked, I was like, so, we talked days and we also talked hours because instructional hours.
Yeah.
And I was like, so really if we miss a day, what we could do is just say, okay, we're adding an extra 3 minutes on the 7th hour for the rest of the year. And they're like, yeah,
Oh,
gets your
that wouldn't
time.
be terrible.
Because it's on minutes,
I think
not
I've seen it, I don't think I have the right one with me,
days.
but
Mm-hmm.
I think I've seen it on, yeah, I don't have the right one. Over the years, I don't know if it's been on the last year or so, but I've seen something like that on like the Fern Ridge calendar of possible makeup days.
Yeah,
So they're on there, so
Yeah,
people
I've seen
know,
those.
like, oh, we had to make snow days by February, like, we're probably gonna go to school here, so, yeah.
We could always add on a Friday, but
Right.
yeah, easier to.
Okay. Anyone want to move on the budgets?
You're not gonna read the entire resolution? Have a whole resolution there.
I'm gonna read it, cause Jaren put it in there. Where's this thing?
It's
Last page.
It's last page, yeah.
Okay,
That we,
just the top?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I wanna read all those numbers. Okay.
Oh,
the main one that we care about is actually the very last one. Because that's how much I tell the county to,
The categorizing the tax one?
oh, or the
the
8.3.
218,900 at the very bottom.
Excluded.
Oh.
Oh, so read the top and then read that?
I mean,
Okay.
Read whatever you want.
kind of all of it, yeah, except for the number.
So for that,
You could just read each one, but like exclude all of the, like,
okay.
just the main number of them,
Okay, be it resolved that the Mapleton Board, or that the Board of the Mapleton School District 32 hereby adopts the budget for fiscal year 26-27 and the total amount of $8,318,935. This budget is now on file at the district office. You know the address. Be it resolved that the amounts shown below are hereby appropriated for the fiscal year beginning July 1 of 2026 for the following purposes. In there, there's numbers for general fund, special revenue fund, debt service fund, and capital projects fund, totaling the total adopted budget of the same number before. Resolution imposing the tax. Be it resolved that the following ad valorem property taxes are hereby imposed upon the assessed value of all taxable property within the district for tax year 26-27 at the rate of, is that $4?
Yeah.
$4 $1.89 per thousand of assessed value for permanent rate tax, in the amount of $0 for local option tax, in the amount of $218,900 for debt service on general obligation bonds. Be it resolved that the taxes imposed are hereby categorized for purposes of Article 11, Section 11B as subject to the education limitation. Permanent rate tax, $4.89 on the thousand, and local option tax 0, excluded from limitation. General obligation bond debt service $218,900. The above statements were approved and declared adopted on this date if we approve and adopt it.
I move that we adopt resolution number 2026-01, adoption of the 26-27 budget.
Second that.
Okay, all those in favor? Anything on this screen? And you let me know if we're ready. I might have a good copy that I could sign. I sure do.
Just
I'll
toss
take-
out Abby, they just, since her phone's cutting in and out, and I just had to let her back in.
Okay.
So Abby, they just approved the budget, to adopt the budget, if you're good with that.
I'll be back later.
Connected to budgets, I just remembered this, but
Thank you, Jen.
I got an invitation to Washington DC for July 6th to do a rural financial something meeting and summit, and first couple times I saw it I was like no, and then I was like I can actually go, and they're paying for it, like somebody national is doing it, so I was like
We don't have to pay for it.
no, so signed up, so I'll tell you about that when I get back in.
Cool.
I'll be back well before our meeting, but I'll tell you in August.
What is it for exactly?
Rural, so there's a bunch of education meetings, that week, but this one, I'll tell you the actual name of the meeting. Is, so it's actually, when I was in Buffalo, I met, this woman that leads the rural school finance community of practice. And then she's been sharing resources. I actually haven't been able to jump into it just on timing, but she sent this out, and the first couple times I saw it, I was like, oh, I haven't participated, that's probably not for me. And then I was like, what is it though? And I went in and read it, and I was like, oh, I think I can go to this without doing this. So I looked a little further and I emailed her and said like, can I engage in this if I had? And she's like, I would love for you to be there. And so it's called the it's the Rural School Finance Policy Exchange. And the Education Commission of the States Strategic Funding and Finance Center. And it's called, this invitation only Rural School Finance Policy Exchange will bring together state leaders to consider key questions related to state policy and rural school finance. This rural school finance session aims to share expertise and experience in facilitated state dialogues. Topics will include policy responses to declining enrollment, serving students receiving special education services, and state funding models. State leaders will co-facilitate small group conversations with center staff. Participating state leaders will lead the session with real-world examples of policy strategies to meet the needs of rural students, opportunities to share and get feedback on challenges and strategies, and connections with a network of other state leaders working on rural school finance policy. So while I'm not, and I have no clue who's representing Oregon, because I didn't get invited through Oregon, and so, but hopefully there will be people, and if there are not, I can come back and say, how come there are not?
We should have been there.
Yeah, so, anyway,
Good, that's
stay
cool.
tuned, yeah, cool.
That's good.
Very cool.
The certified agreement approval, Mary and I did that last week with Jaren. It went well. It was it'll, in the end, financially, it's the same as classified, with the 2%. And then they did bring up, the behavioral, committee, which, in talking with Sue and Jaren, right, that's fine to state all that, like, we can put it in, there was already a leadership committee that's a stipend position that hasn't really kicked off over the last 2 years, I think. So they were, they'll make it a leadership behavior committee, and then in the very beginning, like some of the first few PD days will be really diving into the behavior. They are interested in, you know, kind of more thorough tracking of behavior incidences, just for referring back or anything to improve them, documentation of that. I don't know if you have anything more on that part of it.
Not on that part, I did have just a caveat that, this was definitely presented by classified staff on the elementary side, kind of certified, but with the elementary focus, but we would wanna make sure that high school and middle school is also
Represented on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
since there have been some mentionings about behaviors on this side as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, otherwise they're very happy and thankful, and very thankful for our financial leader, Jaren, so it went well. So much like the classified, we need to move on that. Anyone wants to make a motion to approve the certified agreement?
Yeah, so moved.
Give me a second, I abstained on this.
Okay, I'll second.
Okay, and all those in favor? 3 of us with Mizu abstaining, Jaren, and then
Susan.
perfect. Okay, personnel, we have the resignation of Kay Graham and Randy Duval, which I think we're all expecting.
Yeah, both are retirements after long,
Yeah.
awesome careers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, both of them, I just was like, wow, they've both done incredible amounts, in different ways for the Mapleton School District, and I'm grateful for both of them, and sad to be seeing them leave, but also happy that they get to retire and have some time to do new things.
And with that, the hiring of the kindergarten teacher, Blake Belkenberg.
Can we do those separately? No, doesn't matter.
No, I mean, I guess either way, they subtitled it, but.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what's anything to know about the kindergarten teacher hire, like?
Sure. Let's see, Blake had previous experience as a educational assistant at Lane ESD in the Lane School Behavior Program, and then went to sustain that employment for part of his education experience, and then ended up working in HR at the ESD as well, and so has that background. Just a cool everybody like when you meet Blake, everybody comments on just what a good guy he is. Like and is part of the Subsequently program at the University of Oregon, which supports Indigenous folks to become teachers. That's how I'm trying to say that. And he's excited. We interviewed 4 candidates, I believe, and then did a follow-up visit on campus and got to teach a little kindergarten session, and we made it where he was supposed to interact with preschool, but preschool got canceled that day due to illness, and so he didn't get to meet the future kiddos, but he's gonna be a great fit, so.
Good. Does he have to commute?
Yes. What was he telling me? I don't remember from where. It's somewhere a little bit far to start with, but,
Okay.
he's excited to do it. So, his first purchase is gonna be a new car so that he knows he can make it. That's what he told me.
Yeah.
So, he's very excited.
It matters.
Well, Troy can drive a Honda till the wheels fall off, so we
Yeah.
might as well get one of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
So true.
Alright,
Okay,
any,
then, I mean, I guess we'll do them all together, why not? I will move that we, approve the resignation of Kate Graham and Randy Duval and the hiring of Blake Falkenberg.
I'll second it.
all those in favor? Okay.
Yep.
Okay. And then, the Sayusla Sports Co-op,
Yeah, and we can do this as all three sports or just football, just, so you guys know, I think, Sayusla is has just football on the docket for this
For-
month.
for theirs.
Yeah, and so, but we can be ahead of the game and put it by season or we just, so, we met with, well, let me start with the easy ones. Wrestling and baseball are usually 1 or 2 kids, and, Carrie met with students to explore interest in continuing those, and there is at least 1 kid for boys wrestling, and we're open to girls but don't wanna pay for it if we don't have a girl wrestling, so there's a chance we come back and say, just kidding, we have a girl too. But this isn't intended to be exclusive, just cheap. And then baseball, we have at least 1 kid interested in playing next year. And then football, we met with football players at least 3 times now, I think 2 times and then hosted a parent meeting, and we're very clear that in order to commit to a full season, we need to have sustained commitment in the spring for conditioning and those types of things, so that we know those numbers will be there. The kids who have shown up have been very committed, but the numbers are closer to 4 or 5 than 8 to 10, and when we talk to the kids that are like, hey, I thought you understood this and we're gonna be here, there's kind of some waffling and those kind of things, so we made the decision to move to a co-op model, and any kid who's committed and wants to play a full season, it'll be 11-man, we'll support them to do that, and then students who aren't ready for that or don't wanna go to play with Sayusla will still keep working to get them bigger, stronger, faster, work on some skills here. And then we've got a nice large group of kids coming up from middle school, that we think we can get out of co-op world pretty soon, so for football, so that's the goal. My recommendation is 1 year
for all of these?
Yeah, well,
I mean, we've had wrestling, baseball for a while.
Football 1 year. I don't have younger kids wrestling right now. I think it makes sense to go 1 year and then see if there's another young kid that gets involved and then go multiple years. And then baseball, it's that one might make sense.
Do you know the age of the ones interested?
Freshman and then middle school coming up, so, but it might make sense to go 1 year for right now to make sure that's
because they're a
we wanna
freshman.
co-op and do, yeah, and
That's a good idea.
I had one family member, the only reason I'm waffling on this is, I did have one family member that's interested to ask about, have we ever considered, co-oping with Crow? And my initial answer was like, hey, when you add our enrollments together, we can't do that, but baseball is 1, 2, 3A, so it doesn't actually impact in the same way as the other sports that we're usually thinking about. And so, I have no clue if there's interest in a co-op somewhere else, and those are younger students that or that's a younger student
And
whose
they-
family asked
And
that.
they were talking about that for baseball?
Baseball, yeah, so,
I didn't know that Crow
but then we have
does it.
students, yeah, I don't even know if that's, I have
Crow
no
does a
clue.
wrestling, I think,
Yeah,
which they have sometimes co-opted with Elmira
okay,
even,
yeah,
so.
I have no clue if Crow does
Okay.
baseball, it was just one
I
of
don't
those
think they
moments
do.
where I said, let's explore that in a year or two and see,
Yeah.
so. For this year, I know there's at least one freshman,
Okay.
might live with me, that wants to do baseball, and so,
Okay.
we'll
If
be
we
saying
do a
yes to that.
two-year co-op, then that's freshman, sophomore, and junior, senior.
Say it again.
If we do a two-year co-op, then it's
Yeah.
freshman, sophomore, and then junior, senior.
Yeah, my only thing is the other baseball players I'm aware of, and there's multiple, are seventh graders currently going into eighth grade.
Oh,
Okay, so that.
And so we may actually have to explore, in
Yeah.
1 year, it may make sense to say,
Yeah.
where do we wanna co-op and what makes the most sense?
And
Yeah.
wrestling, we're good with a senior,
Mhm.
and then football, we wanna only do a year.
Yeah.
So I think,
For 1 year then.
I think we just do 1 year for all
Yeah,
of them.
and then come back to the table and, yeah, I think that works.
Okay. Okay. Anyone wanna move on that?
Sure, I move to approve the, Sicewell Sports Co-op for football, wrestling, and baseball for 1 year.
I will second.
All those in favor? Perfect.
Good.
Okay, and charter school, so the latest after the last meeting is just that we put the informational pieces out. You had a survey response to, and that's really the only like intake of information to us before we discuss anything. And she has like the amount of people that have responded with the percentage of yays or not in favors or major questions or not, or talks of support.
Pretty good. Part of this is, there was, Google changed all their little icons, so even when they're open, I can't find them up there. I was like, I know this is open, but I don't know which one of these it is and it's not open.
It did change them.
Okay.
Yes, they did, it's
Yeah.
very annoying.
Yeah, they're ugly.
The Google.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, they did. I just noticed mine the same.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's not what my calendar looks like.
I did.
Yeah, that's
Calendar
why I've
one's
been
the
having
worst.
trouble
What my
finding
sheets
stuff.
look like.
Hey, I hadn't even paid attention.
Forms looks the same color as.
Yeah, not all of them changed.
Yeah.
It's,
I hate it all. Okay. So 9 responses. Two of those are no's and 7 yeses. And I believe only, let me double check. So, 3 people included their name, there's an optional thing, but only 1 response has any text, so they answered every single question. They were a no, so I'll read this
Yeah.
forward,
Mhm.
but this is all from 1 person who's a no.
Okay.
So, and I don't know if I say their name or not.
I think not in this
Yeah,
context.
In this case,
to,
okay,
yeah.
so, this was the comments, what would you like the board to know and consider? Only 50% of teachers are required to be licensed by Oregon State. Questions, what questions remain? Funding can come from Christian fundamentalists and other political agenda groups who can influence curriculum. Ideas, what ideas do you have for increasing enrollment as a charter or not? When you increase enrollment by taking students from other districts, you are basically screwing another school. Anything else? Desperation for money is a poor excuse for selling our students' education to Christian nationalists and history revisionists. That's it. And then there's no, I just wanna make sure that I'm not overlooking any other responses.
Do they understand this isn't a private school?
Maybe they assume because of the
Yeah.
What's happening
I think
Yeah.
the narrative in Florence might be impacting
That's
these
what I'm
responses.
gathering
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Do you have like a meeting set up with this person or?
I do not, and,
Are they a parent of a student?
they're not,
Oh, they're not a parent of a student?
yeah, they're a
Just a
community member.
Okay,
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay, that's,
I'm happy to meet with this person,
Right.
and,
I just, yeah.
Well, and in
the stuff
case
we put
they're-
out, I think, speaks to that in some
Yeah.
ways,
I thought
and,
so too.
yeah,
Yeah,
and this came in after that was sent out,
but maybe that's just where they're at
Yeah.
in their
Yeah,
head,
right.
but I mean,
Yeah.
to make it known,
I'm just,
those things are not our intent.
yeah.
And I know people, even I was concerned on like the requirements of
Yeah.
licensed teaching things. I wanna help protect the situation we have, but it is very good opportunities for us to include licensed, knowledgeable people when it fits right.
Yeah.
And that's what it leaves us open to, for trades and just other like fine arts skills.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that part is nice, while still protecting the integrity of having licensed teachers, like that's not our intent, just so everyone knows.
And
To
we,
employ non-licensed people,
Yeah.
so.
Yes.
I wonder if there's I feel like both those two specifically those two concerns about sort of curriculum and licensure for teachers, like we can write commitments in our plan that we then are held to, so we're holding ourselves to, rather than just say that's not our intent, cause like our intent could change, like, depending on the board composition, I suppose, and stuff
And I
like
think
that.
when we do that, we can write some of those things in, without being so overly
Well, like
specific.
pigeonhole us.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, and not be, exactly, like, still be flexible where it makes sense, but kind of, since we all have also thought of those things and considered them and do have reservations about, or like, have considered it enough to feel comfortable with the fact that.
And that the staff has had to have
Yes.
thought of those and
Yes.
had concerns.
Right, so memorializing some of that in a way that is, that like still provides what we think is great flexibility, but also is a commitment to
True.
making sure that we have highly qualified staff for our
Yeah.
students. And,
And we can't control, who comes to us. We're not doing it to take away from anyone, we're doing it to better the environment even for our students here, let alone give that opportunity to others. And so we're just taking down that invisible barrier that they don't have to get through, for choosing to do this, so. I know in our meeting was brought up, last week, like how many kids would it take to make it worthwhile, and Jaren's number was 1, so, that makes it financially beneficial to us. If we were concerned of, it's not gonna take away from us anyway, it's not gonna cost us. So it makes it beneficial by getting 1 student. I guess that lost, only
one
that-
makes it neutral,
Yes,
and then
exactly.
anything over one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. But during this last week, I've heard of maybe at least 6 so far, so.
Right. Yeah.
It's a positive thing.
I did have a clarifying question on the one making it neutral and anything more being bonus. Did that take into account the 11 who graduated? Or is that based on this?
If the
year's
numbers were
enrollment?
No, that's just going charter,
Oh,
Yeah.
because it costs,
A certain
we'd
amount.
lose that
It's that
10,000,
10,000
the 9,000. grant and 1,000 in costs to run
So
it.
although the
so-
enrollment number's gonna change every year anyway, that loss, it covers the loss.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not considering, what our,
like the give and take of enrollment.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's our
Is a good question.
ever changing, yeah.
The other piece we talked about is the cost for transportation.
Yeah.
How many new butts do you have to put on a seat to make the transportation worth it? And around 6.
6 would be nice, but I figure 4 would do it.
Cover the cost to get it started. So, I mean,
And I think that's the biggest, like headache concern if we dive into this. Just cause we don't know how quickly we have to turn that around or what that means for
Right.
transportation or Jen to figure out. And I think we have to see what numbers would be if we decide to do this. Hopefully we would know that.
Right.
At least a feeling of it ASAP, so.
Right, right. However, like we could, I mean, we can commit to becoming charter.
Doesn't have to include it yet.
It doesn't have to include that yet. I mean, we do want it to include it
Yes.
as quickly as we can figure it out, but we also want it to work for our systems, so, yeah.
real quick, just, I'm sharing up here. Mizu had encouraged, at the last meeting to work on the plan and see if it uncovered any new questions, in there, and so this is a draft, plan that pulls kind of descriptions of our district and what we're up to, and then gets, kind of past that opening section, gets into, governance. A lot of these answers are like, yeah, it'll be the same, here, there was a question,
The term of the.
yeah, and this says 26-27 school year, assuming that, I was writing the plan like it was gonna
If it
happen.
was happening,
I wanna make clear, my mind wasn't made up, but if I'm gonna write it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it. And then term of the charter was an interesting question we had not ever talked about. So looked up what do people write here, and the proposed charter, I guess 5 years is common, for revisiting on a 5-year cycle. And you can always end or modify that charter before the 5-year time, but this puts it on a 5-year cycle to be
Discussed again.
re-chartered each 5 years.
So I think
Is there a
that-
cost to recharter?
No, I don't even, there's not cost to, well, yeah, no, so
there's the
you,
one first.
you have to start a nonprofit, so
Yeah.
really the cost
That's
is
the only-
just $1,000 a year to start to start and sustain the,
Okay, yeah, so.
nonprofit, so there wouldn't be an additional.
Great.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want it to be less than 3 years, just because I feel like it's gonna take a while for, when you start
To
something
feel
new.
it, did it
and-
work?
Yeah, yeah, it takes a while to sort of see how it's going.
The projected enrollment, this had come up in the meetings, so obviously we're still pre-K-12, all of that, but maybe some proposed caps, inside of here, but I think we should talk through those if those make sense, and then with the goal to somewhere, man, I'd love to hit 200. Enrollment, this was some of the ideas, and Mizu was looking at this earlier and said, this is a spot to maybe look at, how other people are prioritizing and or lotterying, in the enrollment process. There's quite a bit of detail here, but things.
Cause I just thought of another one that should be on there, on the prioritization,
Yeah,
which is students currently enrolled who are out of district, they
Yeah.
prioritize those,
so
grandfathered in.
here, I
So
can just add it right now
Yeah.
if people
Yeah.
are in.
So that they're, yeah, exactly.
Yes, we don't forget that.
That'd be funny, we're like, oops, we didn't put that in here.
Right, and that's kind of what I mean, is
Where
I
do you
think there's,
fit?
Yeah.
there's a lot of these other those types of things. I mean, I do think the lottery system for students is one of the more it's the most, pertinent thing to families.
Yeah.
And so there's been, I think, a lot of development of the rules around that in schools who do it successfully, so.
Yeah. And I don't know if we explicitly name a lottery at some point here, now that I think about it. So it says the priority.
Right.
But beyond that, maybe here, we have some reasons that we might go over a cap, here, but I think we need one, I'm just gonna write beyond this lottery, something like that, I'll fix the language,
Well, I
but-
think that's all stuff that, we'll have to do if that's what,
Yeah. And then, let's see, school calendar, we still do that annually, governance structure is, similar to what we do now. There is a spot here to be explicit about, what Mizu was saying with, qualifications of teachers, and I feel like this is pretty explicit. We'll continue employing highly qualified, licensed, and classified staff, committed to personalized, relationship-based instruction and continuous improvement. Teachers employed by the district will meet applicable Oregon licensure requirements through TSPC. Where appropriate to expand educational opportunities and specialized programming, the district may also employ instructors licensed through the Oregon Charter School Registry or utilize qualified community partners, industry professionals, and adjunct instructors consistent with Oregon law. So, I don't know if even stronger language to say,
Okay, we don't kind of
we don't wanna
address
change
this
this.
I think it does too.
Later in here, it does say following bargaining contracts, those kind of things, so, I feel like at some point in totality, that's in here. Admission policies and application procedures.
And so that's actually maybe where we would go with.
Yeah, maybe this is the lottery.
Yeah, that's
the
actually-
lottery piece
Yeah,
in here.
yeah,
Yeah. I just wanna put a note for later to, when we search that word, it'll show up. Okay. And then list of statutes and rules that will apply to the school, we're gonna follow all the laws that we already follow. And our board policy book. Financial and accountability, basically, hey, fiscally, we're doing okay right now, but we're projecting enrollments long-term, and this is a long-term stability plan. A lot of this language is in the blue, flyers that went out. And that we're gonna, keep going after all monies. A lot of that's in our budget, memo as well. Financial management system, a lot of this is, hey, we are already doing this. Actually, all of those questions are, we already do an audit. Measures of accountability are named up above and in this question. Bonding and insurance we already do. Student policies, standards for behavior and procedures for discipline, suspension, and expulsion are outlined here. And arrangements for special education, we already do. This outlines a little bit what we did to get voice and what we'll continue. So actually, I think in a different one, it's in the governance model, it's like, and advisory, ongoing input from different, students, families, and partners, community. There were some interesting things here, proposed plan for placement of teachers, employees, and students if the charter is terminated or not renewed. I didn't go into detail, cause it doesn't.
I think it's not single dispatch, that
Yeah,
strikes me
it
as
didn't-
applying to.
Okay, I wanted to
not
make
single
sure you
district
guys read that the same.
Mhm.
If same as going to it, going away from it, I don't feel like is this like, oh, we closed a school, where are you gonna go?
Right, I think
Yeah.
that's what they were,
Yeah.
that's what that one was like.
And then
addressed.
conversion schools, I think we're a conversion school, and, if a student chose not to attend, it'd be the same, I don't know, kinda landed on an answer that's the same thing as if
It
they
is.
chose not to attend Mapleton right now.
Yeah.
There's, homeschool, other options, online, those kind of things, so,
Mhm.
if we have a family that's like, nope, I don't wanna go there now that we're charter, they would have other options to explore. I hope that doesn't happen. And, alternative arrangements for teachers and employees who chose not to participate. I think we'd just use the bargaining agreement and it's the same thing, I think this assumes there's a school there and you don't wanna be part of that. I think I don't know how much this actually applies to a single district, a single charter, whatever I'm trying to say, single district charter. So there's an answer here, but I don't know how important that answer is. And then, yes, we have a good relationship with our employees and want to keep that, and here's the ways that we do that, so. And then what this asks at the end is that, every board member acknowledges that you're now not just a public school district governing board member, you're a nonprofit director as well.
Yeah.
So this has some language to say, yes, I understand now we're a nonprofit organization and these are the things that that means, and then you have to sign to say, yeah, I get it.
Which are similar commitments to being a school board member.
I didn't see anything that was like,
No.
well, it's, the one, and some of you have more nonprofit experience, like annual reporting, I feel like everything we do already, does that meet that, or do we have to do special nonprofit reports?
Well, I
as
think you
well?
do have to submit a report to a different,
Send it to
Department
somebody
of
else.
Justice instead, or
Okay.
something like that instead of, like, yes, but it's the same, it's the same idea.
Everything we already write
Yes.
is the, okay, that was my one question.
That would be that's based on only my experience, but.
Yeah, Mary, I know you're, lots of nonprofits, does that match?
Yeah.
What you're thinking, okay.
Yep.
Um,
That'll tracks.
and then this just says at the end, any additional information required by the school district board, if you guys would like to add any other information to this, we can throw more in here.
I mean, I think just going through all of our feedback that we've gotten, combing through it so far and seeing if there are concerns that we haven't addressed that we could address, via this plan is the only thing I would think. And I don't know that there will be, because I feel like most of that is addressed in the plan, but. Yeah.
Does this plan get submitted to like Oregon Department of Education?
Yeah, so my understanding is this would get sent to Kristen. I don't know what she does with it.
Says,
Yeah.
they are this, I don't know there's any, yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know if
File
there's an
delays,
approval, I
something
think
like
it's
that.
more if
Yeah, I
the
don't,
board, if it's board approved, they
yeah, I think
stamp
we're
it
the
and
only
put it
ones
in.
who get to approve it,
Right,
and then
yeah.
we're just informing them,
Yes.
essentially.
Right.
Um,
But we need to actually go through the process of creating a nonprofit before we approve becoming a charter school, right? Or will we approve going forward with the action if we wanna do that?
yeah,
But then-
we have to approve that.
Right.
Becoming a charter or
Mhm.
not, and then,
And connected to that is opening a nonprofit status, so like, if there were a motion, I think probably say both
Right.
both parts of
Okay.
it.
Also, like that capital campaign, if we were a nonprofit, everybody, could, yes. Nice. All those donations.
Yeah.
Hmm?
It's already right up.
Yeah.
Is it, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we've had this discussion
Okay.
where, like,
Mm-hmm.
the answer when Kristen said like, oh yeah, you can raise money, and then when we talked, we were like,
it's already
we're
true.
already giving tax deductible receipts for this.
That is
It's usually a write-off, yeah.
Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
well, I'm glad, I mean, that makes sense to me, should be that way.
So, any other questions or comments or conversations?
No, I mean, I have really appreciated the, all of the feedback and input that we've received from students, staff, community. And I think that there's gonna continue to be a tendency to be like, you know, there needs to be more or whatever, so, I mean, I think just in the writing of this plan, if we vote to move forward with this, becoming a charter school, like, just continuing to involve those people in review of the plan and, writing the plan and yeah. Just kind of use it as, continue our outreach. But.
Might have a timeline question.
Okay.
Try to catch up with myself here. What did you just said in key? Oh, as we're writing the plan. Okay, so obviously, like, this is a draft,
Right.
so it's not like, hey, we're done,
Yeah.
go. And this is June. And we're
Yeah.
talking about next year potentially, but when does that plan get, if it's real, what's the time? Is that making sense
Yeah.
where I'm stuck?
Yeah.
Like, we don't
yes.
technically meet again until August, so it's a little late to be approving a plan, right?
Or is it? I don't know. But can I send out to community and say we're potentially running a bus out there, who's interested? Like, that's where I'm a little stuck on, like, cart before horse plan kind of thing.
Or does it make sense that, I kinda wanna just, if we're approving this, we need to approve it
Yeah.
before we keep having other conversations, but at the same time, does it factor into approving it or not? Or we have a committee that helps,
We,
we don't have,
Kristen shared.
I don't think there's a.
It, like, do you remember that, she had that big flow chart, I'm vaguely remembering it, that had all this like, if appealed, 30 days, if appealed, 30 days, and like, that's the like, worst case scenario side of it, but the like, you approved yourself seems pretty streamlined,
Yeah.
but let me see if I can find it.
Right.
She spelled with a K or a CH.
It's just CH.
That's what
But I don't know if we need to like, we obviously need to, if this is approved, get on that,
Yeah.
ASAP. If we had to, if we needed or it was helpful to approve it, I think we just have to special meeting it.
Yeah, I would think so too.
And approve it,
Yeah.
rather than wait till the end of
Right.
August.
Yes, yeah, so like we'd approve our intent to move forward now, and then we'd need a separate meeting to approve the plan itself, yeah,
Yeah.
whenever we
But
feel
if we
it.
need to have a couple people committee with you to help write it, I mean, I don't know if that's helpful or if that's what you're thinking, or.
Yeah, I mean, it says written as I can do by myself, so in terms of like, I honestly, I think if we put it out to staff, students, and community again and say, what are we missing, or what did we miss, or not get right?
This plan?
I would say, yeah, I mean, that way it gives revision opportunity to ask those questions, like, is that language about curriculum, commitments and hiring staff, is it strong enough? And does somebody have a recommendation for how to make it strong, make it more clear?
do we need to legal counsel for this at all? Does it need to be, like, just run through, like, a charter, a special lawyer with specialty?
The plan,
Yeah. I mean, I think the plan / process. But the plan, I was thinking specifically.
yeah.
I mean, do you want?
Wouldn't hurt,
Wouldn't
yeah,
hurt,
wouldn't hurt,
sure.
Mm-hmm. I mean, like, because I know that there are laws specific to charter schools. And I know that we've been advised, on them by Kristen, but I know that I'm no expert and I don't feel like we've had, I mean, maybe the alternative is we send this to her to review and with that legal sort of lens.
To Kristen.
Yeah, or, I just don't feel like.
They can't give legal counsel, I know
right.
quickly she'll say they can't give
Yeah,
legal counsel,
yeah.
but.
But like she could say, I recommend you get legal counsel or not.
Yeah, that's good.
I don't know, I just feel like I'd like another entity to review whatever we come up with before we approve it, I think. So.
Yeah, I'm clicking through links that Kristen had shared, and even the sample plans, there's no single district charter in here.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's, and I sent a text during the meeting to some folks last time.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I might have one, someone might email, but I can't access it on here, so I will look for that tonight.
Yeah, I don't think I received any, so I can ask again.
Yeah, I think you could run whatever, run it by community and the different stakeholders.
Yeah.
And see what changes you wanna do, and then, run that.
Yeah.
What you're thinking as a final product by legal, and
Yes.
see if they have anything that they say, maybe not.
Yeah.
on
Exactly, that's what I was thinking, that's the
Yeah.
sort of stage in the process I was thinking, like, just like, we think we're good, let's get the double check.
Yeah.
that.
Okay. I think we should decide if we're moving forward on this or not, though. I feel like we're talking way ahead.
That's true.
Mhm. Yeah,
That's a
agreed.
good point.
Mhm.
And about plans we don't know if we're
Yep.
making.
Totally.
So, if there's no other determination, questions or comments or, and if anyone wants to move on it.
Mm-hmm. Right, then we can ask for discussion.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I will, cause I feel like I've been a proponent. I move that we approve, transitioning Mapleton School District to a public charter school district.
And do we have to say the other phrase?
Single district, what?
The nonprofit phrase.
And starting a nonprofit.
Yeah, and, yes, and all, necessary actions, including starting a nonprofit.
Okay. Anyone seconding?
I will second that.
And all those in favor?
Or do we have, is there any additional
Any
discussion?
additional discussion?
Just cause I found this, I'll share it. It's okay. I don't know.
And is Abby, hearing this part and?
I don't know if y'all can read that from where you're at, but submit proposal, we have 30 days to deem proposal complete. If it's deemed complete, has 60 days to hold a public hearing. And then evaluate the proposal and vote within 30 days. If it's approved. Negotiations. Yeah, so.
And that's not, a lot of that is not really single district charter, like.
Yeah, and I guess my one question is what's the difference between a proposal and a plan and a, like,
I feel like that has a lot to do with a charter school,
Within a district.
yeah,
Not a single district, yeah.
yeah.
because all those processes up there just don't seem to fit.
Right.
Like, we've done a lot of those
Yeah.
things.
My one question here is if we say yes, move forward right now, does that mean we need to meet within 30 days? Or are we?
I don't think so, I think the submission is in here, what I think they're thinking is you're proposing a charter school within a bigger district. And those like timeline things are to make sure that the district doesn't just sort of like, oh,
Yeah.
we
They'll
don't
go
want this
away.
to happen, so
Yeah.
we're just gonna not like
Yeah.
move forward on it, you know?
So the charter contract negotiations,
That's
is
for
what-
a school.
yeah, yeah.
In a district.
Yeah, this really doesn't, I mean, I just wanna make sure we don't get in a spot where like, oh, we
Yeah.
waited
No,
30
but
days
I
between
think we
X
were-
or, didn't fully follow.
I think if we were to do this, we wouldn't miss any dates because we have to hurry.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
within the 30, yeah, okay.
Do we have to do a public hearing?
Well,
I
is this a
know,
public
that's,
hearing?
and we've done, like, this feels very, feels very much like everything, I encounter the other way. And when we go through negotiation, like, this feels completely like a charter school inside of a district.
100%.
So we've
100%.
done our public duties as far as becoming a single district. Yeah.
Yeah, I think if anybody had to ask, I think this might be the public hearing right now,
Well, cause this is a public
meeting.
one.
And it's
And
on, it's
we-
on the
and we
agenda,
invited
we've been
people.
talking,
We've
we've got
involved
And we
the
input.
invited
public,
people to
yeah.
come and speak.
Yeah. Any other discussion? Okay, so it's been moved and seconded, all of those in favor?
Yeah, you say that.
Okay. So,
And related to this.
Say not expected when I started my superintendent.
No,
Not
Not
expected,
expected,
but makes,
not
makes
expected
sense.
by
Yeah.
me either.
and what, Sharon?
As part of setting up the 501c3, what is the name of the school gonna be? You have like Mapleton Community School?
Yeah, we should probably, I mean, I just wrote that because I feel like every team we play against is called the something community school, and I like community, but I'm open to other, Dungeons and Dragons Elementary. I don't know. I got
Kids on the table, the kids will vote for it.
Yeah.
How soon do you have to have that piece, do you think?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, in order, I was
Does it-
looking at forms that I would need to fill out, and I kind of started populating one, like the creation of the organization as Oregon. And then I was like, no, I'm gonna stop and just wait for,
Is that process a submission, or does it have a wait for an approval time? Is it just I submit it and then that's gonna be how it is, or do you have to hear back on approval, especially like if you filled everything out, right?
yeah, no, I'd say it's basically, just submitting it.
Okay,
As long as
and
there's not some other organization with that name.
with that name, and then you need that before, not before your fiscal year starts, but you need it before the school year starts, right?
You mean the 501c3 like stats, yeah. And there is a period of like, cause I think this all goes, I believe, I'm not misspeaking when I say goes to the Department of Justice, and they do have to issue a letter that they
That says,
they approve it on a
received
certain
this,
date, and they issue a letter saying that as of this date, you are,
But you don't need it before July 1st. I mean, that'd be cool, but you would be okay to get it in August?
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, well,
I am betting that I think that in order to like be considered a charter school, we have to have had the
Yeah.
you know, the 501c3 established, and there is some sort of review period that the Department of Justice has, like a 30-day or a 60-day or something.
Well, that's
So
what I meant, he's
the
not
sooner
gonna
the
get
better.
it back by July 1st. I mean, it's gonna be okay for him to receive that later in July or in August, because he's not gonna hear back from them in time.
This
Oh.
is,
Okay.
I mean, this is a quick Google search,
Mm-hmm.
no clue if it's correct, but, forming a nonprofit in Oregon and securing federal tax exempt status typically takes 3 to 6 months. The process involves registering your organization with the state, obtaining an EIN, applying for 501c3 status with the IRS, and finally registering with the Oregon Department of Justice.
So he could do this potentially anytime, like tomorrow, but he needs a
A name, yeah.
He needs a name.
Right. I mean, I think that the name on there, like I agree with folks in the community who have said, we don't wanna change our name because we don't wanna change our, you know, sort of a lot of parts of our identity, and I agree with that. But like, and so I think whatever name we put on this can just be a bureaucratic name. And like, we can just continue to
Okay.
refer to ourselves as, you know, whatever,
Yeah.
like, well, as we already do.
That's a good point.
Like I said last time, you know, we're not actually Mapleton School District, we're
Right.
County of Blaine
Yeah.
Okay,
School
Mhm.
District.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, then, what do you want him to put on it? Cause it's probably cool if you turn this in like tomorrow or the
Right.
next day.
I like Mapleton Community School. The only thing I don't, which is silly because it's actually how we refer to ourselves as already, but we incorporate students from all these other communities already, like Deadwood and Swiss Home and Indian Creek and like, you know, wherever. I don't know if there's any way to, at least on the bureaucratic end of things, be sort of broadly inclusive, but on the other hand, this is where we all co-locate.
It's the hub and
It's
it's
the
in
hub,
Mapleton.
yeah. So, I
Which
would,
I agree, but yeah,
Mhm.
it is,
Does the word upriver included in there make sense?
I don't, well, not really, because you're gonna go downriver.
yeah, yeah.
And
Yeah,
away from the river.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Yeah.
I mean, anytime I hear upriver, I'm thinking
Yeah.
me and Mizu and,
Yes.
you know, like,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, yep.
And there's
Can't marry you.
Yep.
Greater Mapleton area, which makes it sound like they're calling Mapleton greater than the rest of it.
I don't
Yeah.
mind Mapleton Community
I
School
don't
just
either.
because it does involve the community and that is, we're rural, so that's broad.
Yes.
It's,
Yeah.
I agree.
I kind of like the idea of making as minimal of a change to the
Mhm.
name,
Yep.
even if it is just bureaucratic,
Yep.
just to maintain
I
that
agree, yes.
identity.
I agree, I probably didn't even need to complicate it by asking.
No, it's good that you brought it up,
Yeah.
because it's true, we've got a lot of students that aren't in Mapleton.
Right.
Like Indian Crickers don't consider themselves Mapleton.
Right, right, yeah. But do consider themselves Mapleton students, like in the Mapleton School District part of it.
Exactly,
So,
like
yeah.
it's its own,
Yeah.
it's its own,
but you have your own area, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
that's why the Mapleton community, that kind of seems fitting.
Yeah, Mapleton Communities Schools, that's been just totally fine to me.
Do we need to, should we like
Then are you
vote for that or just move forward, cause we're gonna title other things? or-
Yeah, I think we're like, that just goes on the plan
That's
and
just
then
right,
like,
okay.
And then are you still saying, when you say refer to ourselves as we always have, just like in the elementary, Mapleton Middle High School?
yeah, the various different, whatever people say, that we all
We're
know
gonna
what we're
still
talking
say
about.
it, even though we're not separate entities anymore.
Yeah.
We're now one.
Yeah, I was like, one school,
K
does
through
that mean we
12.
can only have one mascot? And I was like, we're not getting rid of otters.
Right, no, no.
So-
In-house,
I
we'll
vote for
still
that
be
one.
who we are,
Yeah.
you know? Like, it's still the pool.
Right,
And
it's still the middle school
school.
building. Yes.
We're still gonna say all the things we say.
Yes.
Okay.
It's still the me and you, for goodness.
There it is, still me and you.
Yes. Yep, to me it is.
That's what I always say. It's in our
Same,
house.
that's what we
And
say.
then
I missed it's the what?
The me
Me
and
and
you,
you. That was the
Randy's,
market.
Randy's, me and you market, it
Oh.
was me and you.
Then it switched to
that one did
Randy's
not
and then
stick
now
in my
Riverview, but it's.
Yeah.
I always hear Randy's.
Right,
Yeah.
which
Most
is,
they
Which
all
is
call it
the
that, but
input's not even the old name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Me,
He was
me and you.
yeah,
me and
So
you.
we all
Okay.
call it.
Yep,
And it was MENU.
yeah, oh, yeah.
yep.
So like even like Morgan was never under that, but like when it's she knows,
Yes.
it's, we refer to in our house.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It was
Ramel's like, can I
MENU,
go?
like,
Yeah, and like menu.
Yeah, like that, but it's like capital M, little a N,
And U.
and a big U.
Yeah. Yep.
And yeah, so, yeah, we, just speaks to everyone's gonna name it, or call it
Yeah,
what we want.
whatever. Okay, so, then we just work on this and whatever help or things we need to do.
Yeah,
I
are
mean,
you
I'm
guys
up for it, are you up for it?
good?
Yes.
The big thing is,
Yeah, go ahead.
like a press release of some sort,
Mhm.
and like,
Yeah.
there should be some sort of announcement and clarification. Unless I might have missed the memo, if we were just kinda like quietly changing so we can do this
No.
thing, but I
No,
don't
no,
know.
No.
No, they're sending this out to, like,
Mhm.
we're not doing it quietly
Yeah,
at
so-
all,
and
but
then-
we need to work on this,
And the
plan.
draft plan is going out publicly, right? Is that
Yeah,
what-
so that's what I'm thinking, and even in that press release, it can be, hey, the board voted now charter status, and
Here's what that means.
here's the draft plan, please give us feedback. What questions do you have, what ideas do you have, what's, what's not right? And then,
We'd want it to go
See where-
into a lot of places though, so that there's it's also like a pseudo marketing.
well, that's what I'm thinking, so
Oh, really?
if it's, and our Facebook really has been blown up right now. Side note, those
Because all our
boat
kids go to
ones,
state.
those boats went viral, it's the funniest thing.
It was crazy.
It's awesome, but every day my phone's like,
They did,
more
did you know
likes.
that happened?
That's what I'm talking
Yes,
about.
like-
There needs to
Like
be
how many, it's gotten like so many shares and so many views.
What has?
The engineering
boats
boat
went-
post.
Oh, God, that was so good.
Yeah,
It was
so,
Well, it's funny, it's just an awesome thing that like
right,
still happens here.
yeah.
So it has 1,014 reactions on it, but if you look at let's see if I can
Viral.
say, Jen's good at seeing, I think because Jen
Does
created
it.
it, she can
Yeah,
see
she can
the
see the
number of
views.
views.
Yeah, she can
It's
see the
like-
analytics.
But, and I looked up one day like where these people were from, I just started clicking like who has seen it, and it's, for a while it was mostly this region, which was cool, it was just getting a lot of attention, and then all of a sudden it was people in other countries, and I was like, well, what just happened?
That's cool, that's a good
We should
marketing
submit to like
video.
KLCC and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we should get this.
Okay, well, we have a lot of fun policy students, so on this stuff, I can be flexible, especially this week, cause school's not quite out and I can't do grades yet. And then the beginning of next week, I will not be very flexible in time, but, so any help needed the next few days is good for me, and then the second half of next week. If you need help, like, cause we should get it moving.
Yeah. And I know Abby asked last meeting, I can't remember what she called it, but the like intent to enroll, that kind of thing. You think we'd like putting out a
I look
The-
at intent to
the
enroll as,
announcement, just say, if you're interested in,
call, yeah.
contact us.
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
more information.
Yeah,
Cause when you
because,
say intent to enroll, I look at that differently because
yeah, just,
that form to me is,
It's actually.
I have to, it's an actual form that
oh, got
if,
it.
if I get a Bethel student,
Yeah.
they have to fill that out and turn it into the Bethel School District, but it's
Yeah,
backwards
yeah.
wording,
No,
I don't like
I'm sorry.
it,
Yeah,
but they're intending to attend outside of their school district. So the intent to enroll to me feels opposite of that, but it should mean more of what we're talking
well,
about.
and
So you need some sort of
one,
interest.
Form or something.
one,
Yeah.
probably, in all honesty, the hardest thing about this, looking forward, is we don't usually do registration until August.
Right.
And so, like, I gotta plan the school year, but like, what if we have a big influx? You
Well,
know,
and
something like that, there's a
What I
little
think
bit
is
of
hard
unknown.
is for your, sometimes I think that would be hard for like your high school situation in a way, you
Yeah,
know?
I don't think it would impact elementary.
Like
as much
doing
because we
that
have-
map
Yeah,
of your master schedule
Yeah.
and everything
What
is hard.
yeah.
Is there like an interest form that can be?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, if there's just like,
like.
I mean, in
go
some
there
ways,
to
it's
put
like,
out the announcement, just like.
call us and.
Yeah.
And give us your name and number, you know, I've
And you're
had,
gonna
I've had
feel-
families calling in the last couple of
I
weeks
don't know,
asking
I'm
questions.
a millennial, I would never call you.
Well, what I have a
And they
link,
can enroll early.
we have a link on our website,
That-
it's a short form.
That, whatever that is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's
Do that,
if you
my
wanna,
parents are gonna wanna do that.
if you wanna click here to enroll, or we
I don't
call it
wanna talk to
whatever, interest to enroll, whatever, and it's a short form that gives me their name and number and address and grade and
Yeah,
then their parents' information, like I can show you what the form
Can you,
looks like.
can you
Yep.
send that to me?
yeah, and then have a box on there that says, would you like to be contacted by
Yeah.
someone from the district,
Yeah.
and then they can send it.
Yeah,
And-
you also put out there, like, if you have questions, give me a call.
That too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can put that
I'm
on
just
there
saying,
too,
like,
or
we-
give an email
just to be
address,
as-
like I get a lot of
as barrier-free
inquiry emails.
As possible.
And
Multiple
then
ways
that short
to,
form
yeah,
is
contact.
awesome. I print them out all the time and then I can contact the people back. They still have to come in and do everything to
Yeah, yeah.
register. You can also put on there, which we do, is how did you hear about us? Because if we're doing true marketing later, that's
Yeah.
so trackable, so.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not always super true and great, but like when we see radio marked on there, if we see one person mark radio, we're happy for the whole year because it paid for
Yeah.
your whole
Yeah.
thing.
Right.
So, yeah,
A lot of times
just
it's word of
to
mouth or friend or whatever. but-
reiterate what Mizu said, like, I don't mean instead of, I just mean like in addition to, like having multiple ways for people to contact us.
Yeah.
Like, just so it's kind of
Yeah.
this. Yeah, so yes,
And it's gonna be a
call
tough
us
time
or
to,
click on this form link. Also, a form link can be shared out, you might get more responses than you.
but also in July or some, when there's really not a lot of people get, like, the phone call's gonna be hard
You're right.
to get someone, I'm gonna be waiting for someone to call me back now, cause I had to leave a voicemail, because
Right.
there's not always someone manning a phone in July and August, and.
Right, yep. Yeah, it does create a little difficulty in like, just because if we do, you know, we will have caps on grade level and stuff, and that like interest to enroll, but like we need to know what are the various people, like what are in district numbers, what are our, you know, we need to know that first.
Yeah, and like we have, well, and those changeovers summer of
I know, that's what I
kids
mean.
moving or,
I mean,
yeah,
to
it
know
is,
those
it's
further.
tricky.
It's tricky.
I don't expect it to be a major issue, it's just like now all of a sudden it's real and I'm like, but.
Yeah.
So how many people are gonna be here?
Yeah.
And we have the enrollments, maybe I should ask this question. If you guys look at the enrollments, sorry, what did I don't remember what we put for the caps on this, and like, obviously these can change.
Yeah.
As we get feedback. But I kinda wanna see if they even make sense now, hold on real quick, let me find it.
Right, well, we haven't approved the plan, so we haven't.
Yeah, it can,
We haven't yet, so we're not, but yeah.
but does it even match what we're, you know what I mean, like,
Well, like, 10th grade's pretty big, and you said 20 on there.
Yeah.
But 10th grade's already hitting pretty close to that all the time.
yeah, so we have plenty of room, K1 to,
I think,
Yeah.
as far as high school goes, I think what would be nice is if you and whatever other god looks at this whole thing and like your Tetris system of teachers and classrooms and or classes and what they're taking, like what's doable, you
Yeah.
know, like is 25 a crazy number?
Yeah.
I mean, when you have a 10th grade class already running at about 20, then if you put the cap at 20, it's
is it,
it's not a lot,
Yeah.
but maybe that's fine, maybe.
I think
yeah,
that's,
well, and
She says what it is, cause the
do
other
we
ones
really
are.
want 10th grade, we got plenty of 10th graders,
Right,
bring us your,
yeah,
no, just kidding.
yeah.
But you know who's gonna sign
But
up
that's-
is a lot of 10th graders then, because
That
I
is
said
who
that.
calls us every time.
I'm thinking that 5-6 is a little bit, so 5-6 is at 14 and 13 right now, and did you have?
Yeah, it says 15,
Yeah,
so like, does it make sense to go, but there was a lot of discussion around,
There
I guess
was.
they were a little younger,
Yeah.
that was 4th grade.
Yeah,
Mhm.
like I know Sarah would love a bigger
Yeah.
class.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I mean,
And in all honesty, 2nd grade could be at just knowing what I know of, like, really that number could still be 11.
Do we have on the prioritization siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Existing,
Yes.
okay.
Yeah.
Because if we're gonna get a third grader, but their 10th grade sibling
Right.
is
Can't get
also,
Yeah.
Oh, we're too full, so.
Yeah, I'm just like, I feel like,
Yeah,
you know, we wanna make sure we're
Yeah.
mindful of family needs.
Yep. That is on there as one of the.
yeah, fifth and sixth were already pretty close to 15.
Mhm.
I think the question becomes, do we keep it at, and we,
And I think we probably keep the caps low where we want them.
But also,
But we know that we're gonna have to exceed the caps occasionally for
and
various.
we're not bound
things.
to it, like
Yeah.
she said, we can become totally fluid in it.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, and just every time, we could meet multiple times and say, oh, just kidding, let's,
Yeah.
yeah.
But we also know that like to the staff and to the parents of the students who are like saying, oh, I value this small school atmosphere,
We
like,
have to keep it.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I think, yeah, we'll have to have some system to you know, to like decide. But anyway, I think that it's doable, and I would think what makes sense is to keep our caps where we really want them.
Mhm.
Know that sometimes we'll be under, cause we just won't, you know, but occasionally there will be like a sibling who comes in and wants to come into a capped class, and we have on there, okay, either yes, we will accept that, or no, we won't, but I assume so. So then that bumps that class above the cap, like a little bit, but we don't wanna, you know.
Yeah. And a factor could be like the total population of
Yeah,
our
we could do
school,
that
you know,
too,
just
like,
like if we
caps,
are
but-
bumping this cap because ninth grade is so below
Yeah,
the
yeah.
cap. So our incoming junior, or incoming sophomores or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Incoming
sophomore.
juniors,
Mhm.
Or yeah, now the juniors.
we can add a student or two,
Mhm.
just based on the overall makeup of the middle school, high school, I guess it's one school now, but
Mhm.
you know.
Those grades,
Yeah,
yeah,
those
that year,
grades,
yeah.
high school
9 through
grades.
12.
Yeah.
One other question, just because now you guys got my brain going all these directions. Who approves going over a cap? Does that need to get articulated?
In the plan, yeah,
Into
for
the
sure.
plan?
I'm
So
sure
like,
that's part of
is
that.
it, is it me, is it you all, is it?
That's why I think we
Yeah.
want to get
Look at
other
those other
schools'
plans.
stuff, cause these are definitely like
Yeah.
solved problems
Okay,
there.
I'm gonna look for the ones I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, I think the answers exist in other existing plans.
Yeah.
Okay, so, as fun as this is, cause it really is,
Yeah,
we could go on about this forever.
yeah.
Let's do policies.
Yeah, we will, feel free to, you can reach out to any of us, but I know Mizu and I are completely willing
Yeah.
to help wrap this up as
Mhm.
best we can to get it out, so then we can wrap it up again.
Yeah.
One day it'll be totally done.
Yep.
Okay, so,
But we do plan on this being in place for next school year. then?
yeah,
I think
That's
that's
what the goal,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, thanks for naming that explicitly.
Yeah.
That's how I was
Yes,
thinking
I
based
think
on this
that
conversation.
we've all been
goal.
saying, but
Yeah.
also like that's real implications and I wanna make sure.
Right.
Which I do think means, right, like prioritizing things that are, like the logistical bureaucratic things, like getting the 501c3 stuff, you know, or like, so, whatever information we need to be able to provide for that.
Okay, well, let's fly through these, guys. We did the first reads already, so this is the second reads for the letter Bs.
Mm-hmm.
And then we will do first reads on C through G or J, whatever you wanna say, and then, but, you know, let's whip through it.
Yes.
Shall we?
In second reads, there were no, I don't recall anything that we like needed to research or had questions about from first.
I can't remember, I haven't written down, I'll see, but,
I
while
thought there
we-
was one.
I think there was one.
There, it was,
Where's my last one?
and I wrote asking about it, board committees.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they need to be following public
Oh, right.
meeting laws? And I wrote to, I'm pretty sure she's still there, but I didn't ever hear back from her.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I don't know
Right, yeah.
on that one. Cause that's the
I mean-
BCE,
Right, it's either law or it isn't law, right? So like we can approve
yeah,
a policy, but then still continue
Make
to
sure we know.
make sure we know the rule.
yeah.
And what constitutes you know, like, so I'd say the answer is yes, cause it probably is yes. But then what constitutes a committee? Like, is that because it has to do 3 or more board members? Or-
So,
I know.
just historically, the equity committees, that law changed to report to superintendents
Yeah.
because of this exact thing.
Yeah.
So, because they were advisory to the board.
Yeah.
Board members were not on them, they were advisory to
Right.
the board. They had to be public meeting law.
Right.
And then a lot of people were like, I'm not gonna be in that meeting
Yeah.
if it's public meeting, and then people couldn't fill their committees.
Right.
So then it was switched at the
Mm-hmm.
legislative level to reporting to superintendents, and so now or not reporting, but advising superintendents, so now it's not under public meeting law.
Yeah.
But where I lose the history is this current one that like very clearly is new, but then did we say it got vetoed?
Yeah.
And so now I don't even know what's law, like,
Yeah.
are we changing all these things to be in line with something that's not
That
even
isn't law yet, but
Yeah.
like they think is gonna be
Is gonna
law.
pass or something, yeah, so I kinda lose it right there on
Yeah.
answering the question.
Well, me too, and also things like, okay, so say like we are calling help with like reading the charter draft, like if Andrea and I do that, like, is that a committee? You know, and then anytime we talk about the plan, does it need to be a public meeting? Or,
We're not gonna treat it as a committee then, we're just.
right, no, we're just,
There for Sue to reach out.
right, I know, but like, right, totally, totally.
Because like you guys are doing the work.
I know. It's not advisor, yeah.
Yeah,
And, yeah, I think that part of it is kind of, yeah, so are a couple board members, like with the negotiations
Mm-hmm,
and stuff, you're
right,
doing the discussions and stuff, and then the board is just rubber saying, okay, you guys figured it out, and we're rubber stamping it.
Yes.
Then that means that all of that discussion and stuff is really board action, board,
delegation.
well, board, discussion and stuff, and so, you know, that
Yeah, you're
that
right, because we
process
approved something that,
that you
that
guys,
2 of us discussed on.
yeah.
right. But then like, that would be weird, cause I mean, would the associations want that to be public meeting?
No, and I think it's exempt
Uh-huh,
because of,
Because
I'm pretty sure.
it's
it feels like
executive
this.
session
I-
type deal.
Side note, this may answer our question, just not yet, but Janet, OSBA, we didn't say it on here, but did we land that date?
That's a discussion item.
It is a discussion, okay, good. I
Well,
meant
and it's not on there, I
We-
was gonna
Gonna
add
bring
it
it
on.
add it on, so just to name, since I brought it up, that content can include public meeting law when we were talking to, so
Yeah, the
she
training-
can,
the
she
training.
can clarify that for
Okay,
us and give
okay.
yeah,
law and best practice and
Yeah,
all
great.
of that, so
Right.
maybe we are on track to get our answer.
yeah, yes, yeah.
Alright, so, did you need to see any of these Bs, or are
I
you,
don't think so.
Mm-hmm,
So we're good?
mm-hmm.
Okay,
So I move that we, right, we have to approve these.
Yep.
I move that we approve second read policy updates as listed in 7.6.1 through 7.6.18.
Second.
all those in favor? Okay.
alright, first reads. CDAG one. Qualifications and duties of the superintendent.
Masters are better, does a doctor count?
What's the one please contact TSPC with questions regarding licensure, that's current
Oh,
license.
Yeah, that first one,
Okay.
I have lots of thoughts on that, but not for policy.
Have the following personal and professional qualities. This is highly recommended.
Yeah. Five got added, that's the.
Yeah, stuff,
It's weird, I just feel like they went and put public meeting wherever they could.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And nothing jumps out.
Right, is there anything in here that does, no, so far nothing is, but like, you know, that's meant for big districts, not us? Like, are there, you know, sometimes we have like the problem with, like, it always comes up in our audits, oh, well, you signed, you know, like,
Oh, yeah.
like that kind of issue. We should look for that in this a little bit.
yeah, to maintain a continuous inventory, well, we're thinking about doing that a little bit, so.
Mm-hmm. That'd be great.
Make sure you visit all your district schools too.
Yeah, did you see one? I think that's the kind of question
36.
he's asking.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
That's one of them, I
she's
mean,
gotta go
yeah.
over the hill. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
some days that's hard. Lots of days that's hard. I'm tired today. I don't know if reading this is helpful.
Yeah. I mean, nothing
Yeah.
jumped out.
Mm-mm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know how you gauge that they will have
Right.
these qualities.
At like what point, you know, like the point of hire, because like it's possible that especially like experience in administering collective bargaining agreements, like,
Yeah,
I didn't have that.
right, a lot of people would not necessarily have that coming in, so. I do think that like the superintendent will have the following personal and professional qualities, like, I think they're intending that to be like upon hire. But I think maybe we say like, or be, you know, or expect us to have these professional qualities, you know, at the end of the first year, I don't know what, something,
We'll have them.
yeah.
Or maybe,
Or, I don't know,
May
appropriate
have.
professional development opportunities.
Well, and, you know, like when I started signing me up for the superintendent,
Mhm. Yeah.
whatever that was called, cohort, first year superintendents.
Mhm.
So like,
Right.
it could, I think to your point, the superintendent will have the following personal and professional qualities, and we're lacking to engage in professional learning opportunities.
Yes. Yep, something, yes, exactly.
so what do you wanna have there?
I don't know if that was the best wording, but, and we're lacking engage in professional learning opportunities. Could even be assigned.
Yeah.
Opportunity, something like that.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
In assigned professional learning.
Mm-hmm.
Like that?
Yeah.
CBG, evaluation of the superintendent, this one say required. At least once a year.
Mm-hmm.
Be open to the.
That seems.
Okay,
Mm-hmm. Yep.
speaking of,
Change the name. I feel like we've approved this.
Yeah, there must be a change, there must be some sort of change to it.
let's see. Something else if we wanted to.
Something down, just,
Date change.
what was up in the blue, in there,
Yeah.
recommendations.
So with recommendations, it just wants it to have a S on there.
That was just
Yeah.
I mean, if this is that,
Yeah, that's just may prepare a report, so that's fine.
Yeah, that's always what it's.
Mm-hmm.
so yeah, not really laying out. You need to have this and this and this for people in it.
Mm-hmm.
And, but it does have, let's see, one, card and,
Oh, on the budget committee, yeah, we do need that.
yeah.
Right. Okay.
Oh, my computer.
Yeah, got no questions.
Budget committee. Is there? So there's two projections.
Mm. 5.
So version 1, version 2.
Are we choosing one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we're choosing version 1 or 2, and then we're also like choosing the numbers of people involved.
Function. This one's a bit shorter. And has the
14-member budget
Are
committee.
do both of them have 3-year terms? The one on the last version, one has 3-year terms, and I can't see in the version on the right what the term is.
terms of 1/3.
Yeah, 3 years.
Okay, so they're both 3-year.
This one seems simpler.
I like less words.
Me too.
And then Liz choosing 5.
Sure. That seems like.
So like hopefully 1 year's 1 and 1 year's 2, but it's always fluctuating
Yeah,
if we don't have.
but I think we use that first version of it though, and get rid of that next one. Now, I felt like that next sentence, at least one member of the board must be a member of the district's educational equity advisory committee. I thought they just said on that,
It didn't have
but
to
it didn't
be.
have to be.
Yeah.
Well,
If you can't,
not
if nobody
They didn't
wants
want
to.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah, it said,
Oh, right
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
if nobody's
Will
willing,
never-
kind of
Yeah,
thing, then you don't have to
reserve.
force it.
Okay,
Not like
yeah,
on
okay.
any-
Oh, yeah, it's
When you are volunteering, you can't force people.
That's right.
majority of,
I don't think we need an explanation, right?
Nope. Feel like majority is fairly well understood.
So I think you could just take out from majority on.
Yeah, just that,
Like all of it, right?
Well,
Cause they're saying if only
Yeah.
8 or 6, that
Yeah.
refers to the 14 and the 10.
yeah,
yeah.
Yes.
So if only 6 members are present, you have to have,
right,
Yeah, but we have 5,
because you still need a majority. But,
but we have 5, so we can't say that.
well, no,
yeah,
the 5 of you and the 5
And the 5
members, so you
10.
have 10.
Oh,
meaning
okay,
that you need
okay.
to have,
Okay,
the majority for the 10-member thing is 6.
alright.
I don't think we need that last sentence either, just because of, like, it's still, but
Maybe
like,
they're clarifying, cause there was a question about the majority of the.
who's there? Yeah, the majority
Versus the majority of the committee.
Yeah, so maybe we should leave it.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Um, Yeah,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's a great test management. It's
okay,
required
so
by
that
the board.
was,
I think it's so, I mean, I know we are, and,
make sure I have the right one.
Yeah.
It was, okay, so that was version 2 that we're keeping. IPM. Let's put stuff in there.
This is another one I think that's good.
Yeah.
Um, What's the number one?
Do we already have an IPM?
Yeah, and I think ours is that bottom note 3, I think it's inside of the S or whatever. I was just gonna look it up, like, my first year, that's one of the
Right, things that we had to do.
things to clean
Yeah.
up, and
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure that's how we went about it.
Okay.
Make sure it's here.
That makes sense.
Um,
Does it say it has to be updated annually, or it just means it exists? It looks like we do an annual update.
We do an annual update to
Yeah,
PAS.
yeah. I think we're actually doing the ones.
So is it, the superintendent, or is it the?
Uh,
Is that you, Jaren?
For the IPM, it's actually, Randy.
Oh, it's, oh,
Yeah, so that'll be updated for next year, but
Director.
the maintenance director.
Perfect.
Yeah. I know Randy had to go to do trainings each year for it and stuff, so yeah, just
Gotcha.
on to Kay for doing that.
I'll do a lot of things. I'm not doing anything very impressive. Sorry, that's getting delegated.
Okay.
Let's see, the backpack spare, hazmat suit.
Especially if there's rains, you all will know.
Health services plan.
We have that.
Looked like there was an asterisk that was highlighted at the top. Is there some sort of asterisk at the bottom that we need to? Oh, okay. Transfer 26, okay.
How about the last one? Go back up. The master swing bathroom. Oh no, that's a quote, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really to the menstrual product dispensers.
Cause that's in a different, that's already in a different policy, so. Don't need it here. What's the highlighted one? Right above that? That. It doesn't really
No.
impact us, but
And there's employed by the district in providing services to
Yeah.
students, so.
when I was the COVID person at the ESD, I learned about this where, nurses are supposed to be supervised by nurses.
Right.
And so like in a school setting, it became really difficult of who had the right to say yes or no on various COVID related things. So, wasn't a huge deal, but it was
So-
definitely a,
Yeah.
like, bureaucratic.
Right.
So we wanna take that out, not include that in there.
I think, I mean, it doesn't matter either way, cause,
I mean, I guess if we ever got a school nurse,
yeah,
then it's in there.
yeah.
I mean, right now, it's tempting to take it out because it doesn't apply, but it doesn't mean it will never apply.
So you wanna keep that?
Might as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah, and we do contract a nurse for delegating, training and delegating, various plans each year, so like, as much as we don't employ a nurse, we contract a nurse here and there, and so having that language can be helpful, if ever, I don't get it, but. And then.
Yeah.
And you do,
Yeah, we
did you try to do everyone?
on it. We were really good about annually, but also wanted to do some other things during in-service, and it's a lot, but,
It is.
Vanessa's trained now and hosted one that teachers went to. Yeah, so you can do it by position, and so, I mean, we used to try to get everybody, and being out here, I think it's important, the more people have it, the better. What is that, 581022? I'm just curious what the 581022.
What other districts are doing.
Well, no, what that OAR,
Like, what does
like,
it say,
what-
art
yeah,
is required?
in-
Who is
in-
required?
yeah, it says in accordance with, but I don't, like, what's the,
And I mean, it's, the whole thing is, if we want it in there, we can just end it at that one.
each school shall have at a minimum at least one staff member with a current first aid CPR AD for every 60 students enrolled, so we're fine.
We're-
And.
Yeah, and we're gonna stay fine on that one.
Yeah, I don't feel as guilty as I did 5 minutes ago about not having as many people trained, but, yeah, we're, I mean, we have a handful
Yeah,
on each
so
side of
you
it.
don't wanna list the positions.
Yeah, I think we can take that one.
Just as a side note, like way more useful is wilderness first aid, like training. We took wilderness first aid training this year, and it was, like this first aid, when I take it, I'm like, we're like, you know, it doesn't really apply to people who live as far out as we do, or
Yeah.
further out, but the wilderness first aid stuff does.
Did you do it through Red Cross?
No, we did it through Knoll, no, it was Knowles. And I was like thinking it'd be awesome to have like students trained on it.
Yeah, well, that's something,
What do you think, high school level?
High school, yeah.
yeah, cause we already do first aid CPR for all, some age, 7, 8, one of those. And then, and it lasted a couple of years, so it was 7th, and then we did 9th in their health class of wilderness. Yeah, I'll talk to.
Yeah, it's expensive, so
Is it?
is the only thing, like, the training, yeah. But I think it'd be great to like do CPR first aid on for the younger, like, maybe that 8th grade, you know, whatever, and then do wilderness first aid sometime in high school.
Yeah.
Cool.
Speaking of which,
We are working on this.
case at 10 said the multipurpose room
Was
was
left
unlocked the
Yeah.
other day.
I don't go in that door.
Yeah.
Like, I've been over there, but I go in and out the back, so I'll just start checking it, but.
Looks good to me. That final sentence, Installation of a panic alarm system in accordance with ORS 339.
Must consider though.
Yeah. Let me look that up, I did read
Something
this
that applies
last
or
year or
not?
the year before. I looked, I
Yeah,
think
they
Sharon
are.
and I looked this up, was it 408?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I would say not.
I am curious about taking that out.
and you just have to consider it.
I love Bill's there, like, you must think.
You have to.
What did you think?
I was curious if he had a black eye or not.
I know.
What happened?
No, so it was like, muttering over here, you never, the wilderness crusade thing, you never know, somebody's gonna get like hurt in the middle of a field.
Every second.
Yeah.
Is that what the?
Yeah.
Punch
Punch into the
maybe a
face.
real world experience that
Yeah.
happened not recently.
You need to know how to stop that, like,
Somebody's kid tries to bleed to death.
Get some leaves.
There's medicinal ones. That'll be fun.
It cracked me up because he kept only worrying about his lip, and I was
Yeah.
like, nobody cares about your lip, your nose is like, flooding. Stop talking about your lip. My lip hurts, nobody cares. Okay, when reviewing policies and procedures relating to school building security, the governing body for a school shall consider the installation of a panic alarm system that is wireless or consists of wearable panic alarms. Wearable.
Wearable.
Yeah, I mean, the number of emails we get trying to sell us this stuff, and it's not cheap, is capable of connecting to diverse emergency services technologies to ensure real-time coordination between multiple emergency service agencies, and integrates with local public safety answering points to transmit 911 calls and mobile activations. We thought about it.
Right, so we did consider
Considered
it,
it.
so we do consider it.
Yeah.
So just leave it, because it's just considered,
Yeah.
the language is
Mhm.
fine.
Yeah. And I don't wanna minimize, like,
No.
this stuff exists because
Yeah.
of safety.
Well,
And now
and
it's on there if we ever
Right.
need to
Yeah.
reconsider it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's just really
So getting rid of personnel definitions, assuming we had it.
Okay,
We're gonna delete that.
works.
Yes.
Fine.
GPA, equal employment opportunity, still updated.
Or in that one, we're just gonna say yes to unless there's choices, right, cause it's required and.
Yeah. Requires to have personnel policies which address affirmative action and equal employment opportunity.
Yeah.
It surprised me if there's an updated USDA statement I need to update on the website.
Mm-hmm.
Veteran, disabled veteran, state service member, or former state service member.
Wait, is that saying
Is
that
it
it'll be,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
And make the effects of past and present discrimination.
Can you scroll back up a little bit
yeah.
to that there, the district administers preference in hiring or promotion decisions?
District
It's-
administrators
It's
are we
odd that they
saying-
would call that particular one out, like when there's all the other, like, I don't
Are they
understand.
saying that if there's a veteran, we're gonna prioritize them in hiring?
Yeah,
They-
in our screening, we'll do like a extra point for somebody
Here.
with,
Yeah,
it's,
if they claim, if they want to claim it, then we have to
Mm-hmm.
give them a little extra.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Right, it's just interesting that just says that for veterans, not for any of, like, the other also, you know, cause there's other reasons you know, get
priority points.
priority points,
Yeah,
but, okay.
but this one's required, are the others required or
I don't.
I think it's choice, so you can say like you wanna diversify your workforce,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
but it's at a local level to do that. Here, I think they're mandated.
Yeah.
This might be a really dumb question, but what's a state service? Is that like the National Guard?
Probably.
Or is it
Maybe
political?
like Oregon, National Guard,
Mhm.
like that.
State service member.
What, I was
Probably
like, held in office.
Oregon National Guard.
I was trying to figure out if it was an elected official or a, National Guard person.
I don't know.
I kept telling myself I knew, and then I was like,
Well, it seems like it'd be a National Guard person just because of the
Based
rest
on
of
the other-
based on the others, but
yeah. Generally refers to a member of the state's National Guard or an active duty military member who resides in that state. Okay. That was my first.
mhm.
I mean, it's required, so I feel like
Mhm.
this should be,
Yep.
this is fine.
Yeah. We do the Title IX coordinator.
Do we wanna
so-
keep that last bit intended or unintended on? Yes, we do, right?
Yeah. It's just easier to have it named for the finder there.
Mhm.
And then there's an AR associated with it.
Yeah.
Looks like it's for the veteran and state service member preference.
Well, remove if district to replace six.
We have more than 6 employees.
Mhm.
Apply to employers who employ 6 and.
It seems like then you'd keep that in place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So we just leave that and remove the remove part.
Unless it's saying that they get
I know, I can't, I don't understand.
6 or more employees.
remove if district has 6 or more employees. Unless it's saying, it's providing that.
Like that we
If
don't,
we have 6 or more, we need to fulfill it, and it might be saying, that we don't, if we had 6 or less,
we could,
that we don't have to follow it necessarily, but,
so we're saying we could remove both of those footnotes then because we do have 6 or more and we just have to follow it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because those are footnotes that
Yeah.
pertain to something already in the
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
policy.
So there's 3 out, three.
So I would agree.
1, 2.
Oh. I didn't see a 4.
There was a 4 and there was a 4 down there, but there was no 3 anywhere. It was weird.
Okay,
Okay.
and then AR.
Yeah, that's good.
Selection procedure.
Yeah,
there's
that-
4.
Yeah. that might
There's
get a little-
Policy is 8 words, the footnotes are 700.
If we don't use a scored system, so. Yeah. Selection
procedures.
So presumably, we don't tend to use this scoring system, do you?
Screenly, yeah.
but we don't do a 1 to 100. I mean, you know, so yeah, I don't know that we have to have any of that step 1 through 6 then.
So, what are they saying if you don't use scoring?
Yeah,
then
if you
what?
don't, if the district chooses not to use, we just have to give them special consideration in the hiring decision.
Oh, yeah,
But
like,
we do use this, where you
well,
said that there's
this fits better, like, we've had times where it's, you know, here's 3 candidates that meet it, we were gonna hire two, or not hire, we were gonna interview 2, and then it's like, oh, they're a veteran, throw them in
Right.
there, right, and then go, I mean, I've done that here. That's a lot easier than,
Yeah.
I mean, do we use a scoring system? It depends on how many applicants there are. There are times where like, let's be more, you know, careful here. I don't keep them all on file. Like if somebody's gonna come back and use that as a thing, I'd rather say we don't.
Gotcha, perfect.
Yeah, I mean, adding 5 to 10 percentage points, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot easier just to say, let's give them an interview. If they're close, you know. Yeah.
Yeah. HR. And that's it for that work.
See, the end is coming.
What's up?
We're almost there.
Sexual harassment regard.
I think that one's on here twice,
Oh, 5 more.
just in the opposite order.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
So 4 more.
There you go. I should have surprised you at the end, my.
Yeah. Should've saved that as a little gift.
Yeah.
Not the luck.
I always, no, start talking.
so some districts choose not to use the terms complaint and complainant. If the district chooses to change these terms, new terms must be consistent and clear. Complainant is defined under federal law.
Let's leave it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah,
It's policy, people expect us.
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not sure that I feel like I can come up with a better one that is, you know, meets the needs right now, anyway. All I can think about is dinner.
Common.
I asked some really girls Chinese food in my car if you want it.
Okay, not selling it.
About what Chinese food?
Like, just gross.
Oh, okay.
He's like, I'll take it.
How hungry are you?
That does say that I'm not that hungry since I
Yeah.
put my nose up at that.
Like, I'm hungry and I want a diet plan for 2 days or something.
Right.
I don't know where footnote 1, common complaint procedures that may also be involved. I don't know where.
Right.
Is it in the title?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
title. No?
Huh, I wonder if, oh wait, scroll back up. Is that floating one, or am I seeing things, I might be seeing things at this
I
point.
think you're seeing things.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the cursor, yeah,
Oh, yeah.
when it moved fast, I was like, there's a
Oh, it's there,
floating
it's
one, I
not there.
found it.
It's there, it's not there.
It's just
Stop it.
My brain really wanted that one. Got it.
You gotta look
Well,
right at the
I
right
mean,
time.
it seems like it's right here. The district may also need to use other complaint procedures when the, could be under, I mean, that sounds like, well, that sounds like what they're.
It does.
That,
Yeah, you just
Other
did it
common
wrong.
complaint, yep.
no, it turned into a 1 right there.
It did turn into a 1 for a second there.
So. Suppose that'll change sometime when it updates.
Yeah, okay. I mean, no qualm with, or like quibble with the words, but like, that seems like, it seems like there's like even another one before one, which would be, or no, if we go back up. It's alright, never mind.
So it has saying that sexual harassment has separate definitions for different groups, is being based on
It's pretty thorough.
Let's see, number 4 here. The district must, give examples of harassing behaviors covered by the policy. Oh,
They're just
so
saying
these
why
are
they
the
put that in
examples.
there. Yeah, that those
So-
have to stay.
Yeah,
Or we can
that's
change
what
them.
it sound, yeah, so those can stay or we can adjust them, is what that sounds like. If there's any you wanna take out because it's too explicit. And
Jared, can you go up,
must designate a person, so.
oh,
you
that
need
must
to-
be what it is.
Mhm.
I was just gonna say, I think you have to put
You need to enter.
the, yeah. You can do this. Lengths of, or lowers.
4.
That's somewhere on our website too.
Yeah. This individual. Is just,
Yeah, we don't want that necessarily, right?
Well, I am,
I know, but like,
Do we want it
it
in
could be
policy?
not, like you know. I know that you are, but like,
yeah,
it's,
now that we have.
Would we
Yeah,
have
that's
one sometime that's not, or something maybe?
yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. So we're not informing here, we're saying those go hand in hand by
Yeah.
policy, yeah, okay.
immediately report,
Yeah.
yeah.
depending on what. Immediately.
What'd you call immediately?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna have all,
Yeah,
all that
it's
stuff.
not, it's, yeah, I don't think it's harmful, but we would use any and all of those too.
And gives things to make you think about as,
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to investigate them. There's the reasonable person standard,
Yeah, I think well, that sentence doesn't make sense without that,
yeah.
and I think
Yeah.
unless we have a different standard. Like,
We'll just use a standard,
yeah.
we'll pick it when it happens.
So,
That's describing them.
so yeah, if you,
What's that very last one, sorry, that wasn't last one.
if you changed, so basically if you changed it instead of saying a reasonable person standard, that you,
Yeah, I think keeping it's fine, they're saying there's different language under Title IX than Oregon law. But we took out the fact it's the same person.
so
I
things
think
that the
so,
district can
yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So do you list all of that, or do you just say the person who filed the complaint may pursue?
I kinda like the list of it, just cause then like it's saying like the student's parents or something instead of just, if the person that filed the complaint is the student, it gives, I don't know.
Gives permission for all of those people to file a complaint.
Yeah.
Yeah, in a good way.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
yeah.
They trained annually with them.
Mm-hmm. So we can just get rid of that, right?
One cows, page 6 of 8.
Yeah, no, it's
Person or
Training is
superintendent,
so much of my summer.
Position, right? Well,
yeah, superintendent,
yeah.
or you,
Wasn't that information already put in somewhere? So just put a period and get that out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mr. Lyman's requirements. Do you have an assistant secretary? Assistant secretary of Title IX.
Yes, right?
Are you volunteering?
Oh, yeah, that's what I wondered, of the United States.
Yeah.
Oh.
United States
Oh.
Department of
Oops.
Education.
Well, they
United
typoed themselves.
Uh-huh.
State Department.
So. Do you want that in there?
Inquiries about the.
I wanna know who the assistant secretary is.
No. Or assistant secretary, just
Yeah.
getting all these. That doesn't seem like it needs to be in there, does it?
I don't feel like it needs to be in there.
Is that saying you can go to me or the
Yeah.
US Department of
Yeah.
Ed?
Yeah.
United States Department. I don't know how to locate them. Looked it up.
Stated it over and over.
And I'm trying to correct me, did you mean United States?
No. Give me the assistant secretary.
Maybe they did that, assistant secretary got a hold of this and did that on purpose. to, like,
Yeah.
misdirect people, like, I
Yeah.
Are they paying attention?
Yeah.
Back to the superintendent.
I don't want
If they've fallen asleep while doing policies yet, we're gonna see.
This policy and contact information for the Title IX coordinator. Do you want, and the type?
Well, now it's a district handbook, right?
Yeah,
So you want the Title IX coordinator section on there?
sure.
Or not?
Side note, it's Kimberly Ritchie, Office of Civil
Oh.
Rights Assistant
I know her.
Secretary.
Okay.
I know her. Me and her were like that. Probably why she went into
Jared, keep reading.
Title IX coordinator shall be probably published in the
District.
district. Student handbook and the district.
We don't do that, do we, or do we? The district shall post this policy on a sign in all grades 6 through 12 schools. On a sign that is at least 8 and a half by 11. Do we have that? Like-
Sorry, I do that for her. What
The
did it say?
district shall post this policy on a sign. What is district?
I mean, often those are just like the, you know, it's like the bully signs or whatever it is.
Yeah, I have,
It might be on that.
I have a mandatory sign, but I don't know if this, and since it comes from Pace, I would,
Right.
I mean, it's not listing that as an optional thing, so I
Mhm.
suppose I need to
Yeah, we'll make sure it's a.
make a little bit of any
That, we can get rid of all the people and just say person, right? A copy of the policy would be made available to any person upon request.
Well, good thing they listed this one twice.
Yeah, yes, that we don't have to do one that long, like, yeah.
Policy, I mean, none of
I know.
This is a version 1 and a version, Two.
Choose. Family and medical leave, or family leave. Or I like it titled family and medical.
this one is
Probably gonna be long.
quite a few pages.
14 pages.
Do we know-
Lock in.
Yes. Does leaving out FMLA or not make sense? Version 1 is FMLA,
right.
OFLA, and the other one's
Just,
This is page 1 of 1.
what?
This is only 1 page.
Sweet.
The other one's 14.
No, but the light,
Oh.
it's
No.
fine.
I was like, why is there only 1?
I'm on page 1.
Let's do it, alright, we choose this one.
Ah.
Just based on how we
Yeah.
tired.
Yes.
9. Okay,
This is
9.
a different with 25 or more and fewer than 50 employees.
So we can't use that one.
If the district does
Oh,
not
yes,
have
we
25
can.
or more and fewer
I was
than.
thinking
Right, which we do fall, yeah.
So yes, we,
We want this one.
so
Uh-huh,
Yeah, we want the one
with
that's,
50 or more employees.
This is the same.
okay, version 2.
Yep.
Okay. So, let me circle that.
Version 2 and the AR.
In order for close to believe, it's number 3 down. and this one. So a section 125, that'd be our, our American Fidelity, you know, your cancer plan, your disability, various things that employees can buy. And non-discriminatory being that it, since I just saw that related to something else, that it's that higher wage employees don't take more advantage of it than lower wage employees.
Uh-huh, okay.
Wage equity.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I'm just gonna delete it. So, cause we offer both,
Is there a, I probably don't need to get names on this, but is there a situation where like one half of the year, one of our employees, yeah, one of our employees could qualify for half the, does that make sense what I'm saying? Like the 180, anyway, I don't know if it matters or not, but.
I think preceding 180 calendar days, must work during the 180. So you're eligible for paid leave Oregon as soon as you've made at least $1,000 with an employer, if I remember right. And so if you made $1,000 within your first paycheck, you'd be eligible for PLO and could take that and then, but you wouldn't be eligible for OFLA,
Yeah,
presumably.
that holds over until.
And so you could probably take that afterwards, I would imagine.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know how much of this is gonna be option things, it's just, well. I don't really require some attestation if someone wants to take bereavement leave. Or bereavement leave is just sick leave, so if they wanna take sick leave, I'm not terribly picky. The stuff that is required anyways,
I like fire inclusion.
yeah.
Yeah, there's no choices here, it's all just required, so.
This is all stuff that I have to know.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I know it's so
So well, you can miss it.
Well, but, you guys don't have to worry about it.
Right.
We trust you, Jeremy.
Whenever people ask me this stuff, I'm like, I'm dangerous, go ask Jeremy.
An employee may elect to use any available accrued paid leave, including during the leave period, until combined. Does not exceed amount equal to the first period.
Okay.
I'm taking that out because I don't track that. I have no, it can exceed, and I don't care if it does.
They used up time, so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Not received by using a freeway and may exceed the, during the period of leave. Yeah, I'm not gonna, if it's 101%, yeah. An eligible employee shall provide at least, yes, it's supposed to be 30 days written notice. That's 14, right? It's provided in the waiver request form.
Right, so it's supposed to be 30 here, and they just want you to check and make sure it's consistent.
Yeah. Yep, I could request verification, chances are. Bureau, each building or works, yeah, I have labor posters that I put up. Nope, get them from Boldy because it's cheaper than getting them from some private company.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, cause I bought them a couple years ago from some company and then I saw some, I was like, oh, I can just buy these from Boldy.
Right.
And it's
You looked and it's
way cheap,
yeah, huh.
so.
You just take a picture of another district and then.
Print it out, yeah.
Sorry. You're teaching me,
Extremely
Aaron.
cheaper.
You're teaching
Well,
me.
really, I think they have them online, it's just that the
Yeah.
poster's like
Right.
that big, and so trying to get the whole group of things, it's like,
Mm.
I'll pay the, and it's only like, I wanna say like $8.
$10 or something, yeah.
Yeah, it's
For a
cheap
poster,
to
yeah.
get from Boldy. Yeah, that's
did
the
that?
guy.
That's it.
You did
Yeah.
great on that.
Mm-hmm.
And the other one's just a repeat of the last one, right? Sexual harassment.
I think we might have one
We've
more.
got one
No,
more.
sick time,
Got
that,
one more.
that was,
God.
now that we're all sick.
Sick time.
Yeah.
I wanna file some sick time.
I'm on leave.
We have that here, right?
Yeah, right.
Requires employers to implement a sick time, well, yeah, we have, OSB does not interpret this as a
Mm.
Right.
Okay, so you don't have to adopt a policy on sick time.
Right.
I just have to
Make sure we're
have a
following,
sick time policy.
or practice, or whatever, yeah.
Yes,
Uh-huh.
and so,
Do you have one?
yeah,
Good job.
we give sick time, so,
Is it in the bargaining agreement?
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, then
Yeah.
I think we've talked in the past about let's not double up bargaining and.
Yeah, cause it's confusing, yes.
Or,
Yeah,
look at all those options we
Yeah,
could
yeah.
look at and review
we
and
could debate this
discuss.
all night long, okay.
Okay,
This is how
so,
We might be eating that.
Yes,
gross
I've got
Chinese
gross
food.
Chinese food, I think mine.
Might dive in.
And JBA, JBN is
That one we already did.
just, yep,
Cut and paste or whatever, repeat.
okay.
Okay,
Okay.
not a discussion item listed, but I'll just say the discussion item. So the work session that, I sent an email out for. I heard back from a couple, but is either of those Fridays okay? It's in September.
Either, I think, so far, both of those work for me.
Okay.
And either is fine.
Okay, and I think everyone else said, and then you were there, but I don't remember, I mean,
Yes,
You
I
didn't
think both
say
dates
no
worked,
to
but there
it?
was one that was better. The 11th, just because I have
I like that because I was gonna say, let's go for the 11th
a board
anyways.
meeting, I have a board meeting.
just do it
for
sooner rather than
different
later.
Do it, yeah, and then it's sooner, okay, so I will let her know the 11th. And then we'll be booking that Friday, the 11th,
Okay.
probably, like you said, over at Watershed.
5 hours or something.
Yeah, I think we're doing the full day one.
Yeah.
Okay. That was
So-
the
September 11th,
September 11th for the work session / OSBA training. Okay, so I'll respond to that one.
No July meeting.
No July
next
meeting.
August.
Just an August one.
Unless we need a,
Yeah.
Unless we need a special
Special
meeting
meeting
because
for
of
the-
part of
Yeah,
it.
which we'll probably will have to call a special meeting, right?
Yeah.
We can do,
I was, let's hope for late June.
Mhm.
yeah, we can do probably virtually.
Yeah, maybe
Yeah,
we could just do a
virtually.
Zoom, so,
Mhm.
okay. Jaren, do I need to sign a copy? I have a nice printed copy of this. Do you want me to sign it?
I have your signature, but I'll just.
Oh. What else do I
Wow.
sign?
That's dangerous, actually.
I don't like it.
We're hanging under a signature on all sorts of things.
Write me a check, though. Okay. That's all I had. Any other public comment?
No.
Nobody wanted to comment on all that policy? Weird.
Okay. Comments from the board?
Maybe I'll check my inbox.
Okay.
I have two quick.
2 more orders for,
did we break 1,000?
oh, that one was $1,000 one.
What?
Somebody just donated
For the
$1,000.
Wow.
community fund?
Thank
So we're up
you.
to almost 2,000 now.
Thank you.
Yeah.
People,
Whoever did that.
everybody, and everybody who's doing it. That's so cool.
Okay.
Dude, we just made $2,000 in
And whatever the
Yeah.
grant that will,
Oh, yeah, I mean, there's
so plus,
lots of, actually, I'm
Ah.
texting right now with, apparently I didn't reply to an email to say, yes, thank you for grant money. I was like, my bad, so,
right.
yeah, we've got a lot going, it's cool, it's exciting.
Yeah.
For
Okay,
sure.
what did you have me do?
Two things. Number one, is there summer school money plans?
Yes.
Yes, no, what?
There's elementary, or 4, no, I won't say. 3, 6, and K3 beginning of June, or next couple weeks, and then into August.
Okay.
And
Cool.
a
Great.
little behind on communication for the next couple weeks, but we're gonna make it.
Okay.
So that's my morning tomorrow is
Uh-huh.
on the phone with.
Okay, well, that's cool.
So,
I'm glad.
And the nice thing, just to, I think every year, last second, we're doing, summer school planning, and that's because they
don't give the money until.
Yeah, they don't tell us until it's the busy season
Yeah.
for everything else, and then you're trying to do this, but it's a 3-year funded.
Oh,
So
nice.
the nice thing is, the
Good
next
to
2
know.
years, I can actually plan in
You can just-
February when it's
yeah.
slow,
Yes.
and do that. So,
Cool.
and so it is, elementary focused. We've thrown some ideas around about high school stuff, especially for future, we'll play with
Yeah.
what that looks like, but right now it's definitely elementary.
Yeah, no, that's great though. It's good.
Cool.
Yeah. Alright, thanks. And the other question, or the other thing is, I just wanted to throw out there, we had a couple track athletes make it to state, Ramel and Natalie. I think that's it, right, those two?
Yeah.
And then, I just wanted to, we usually like cover that in district report stuff and, that's excellent. And then, I think Natalie might have medaled in like 3 or 4 events?
Three or four.
Yeah, 3 and
Yeah.
4, so,
Everything
really,
but football.
yeah, really
Yep.
excellent.
three,
And broke some records.
three school
Uh-huh.
records.
Yes,
Almost broke the 400.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was right after the 1500.
yeah, I mean, when
in
you
the
do that many
finals.
events at
Yeah,
once.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
but got within a half second at districts of that one and almost had 4 school records.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Really cool, yep. That's it.
Nobody else? Anyone wanna make a motion to?
Just say 7 more minutes and call it. I'm
I
sorry.
move we adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Alright, I lose.
Sorry, I'm just like rushing to get.
I know.